Hello, beautiful people. Welcome. Welcome to Show's Closet if you are on YouTube and Midwsthumnbrd TV if you are on Twitch. Um, I'm going to go ahead and start with my disclaimers, of course. Um, Thank you for joining me. If you decide to come on tonight's live, whether that is we are able to physically see your face, hear your voice, or you stay in the chat and you comment and your uh, face pops up, you are giving me permission to broadcast you on all the different platforms this here live is being broadcast on. I want to quickly say that I am not a medical professional. Hey, Tamika. I am not a medical professional. I do not claim to be the know it all of know it all gurus or anything like that. I'm just here to share my personal experiences and hope that me sharing my personal experiences, it would inspire you to look at yourself and be better. There will be curse words. I do not tolerate disrespect in any way, shape, form, and fashion towards me or anyone in the chat. This is a safe space. This is a space for you to come, share your feelings, thoughts, hopes, dreams, and aspirations so that we can uplift each other. I am all about light, love, and positivity. If that is not what you are on, if you are on YouTube fingers and Twitch fingers, I want to encourage you to leave. There, I said that. Tonight we are talking about boundaries. Boundaries. Personal guidelines to ensure that you are treated respectfully. Boundaries. I know when you say boundaries, people always think about relationships. I'm going to talk about family boundaries, relationship, work. I'm talking about all the boundaries. Boundaries that we don't think about, but we should actually be setting them because tomorrow will officially make 2 months. 2 months. We are 2 months away from dealing with a global fucking pandemic for 2 years. And it's my I endeavor. That's my endeavor for the rest of this year is to let you know that you don't have to live your life the way that you're living it. Now, if you are happy with your life, if you everything is rainbows and sunshines for you, by all means, continue to do that. Just elevate on that. But if your life been a shit show your entire life, I want to encourage you to take these next 2 months and figure that shit out. Sit down, be with yourself, figure it out. Um, if you are on YouTube, if you could be so kind and go right up here to the community tab and vote for your favorite song that you want to hear me sing this coming Saturday. Every Saturday at 9 o'clock, I do Saturday Night Vibes. It's karaoke. You come if you want to. I don't, I put it out there. If you want to come and sing a song with me, just let me know. I'll bring you on the screen. I'll put the words there. We could do it all like that. But no, I don't know what that's about. But, you know, you do have the ability to come. Something always falling. Every time I go, looking, always falling. You do have the ability to come on and sing if that's what you like to do. Um, Tonight we're going to talk about boundaries. We're definitely going to talk about boundaries. I've I've had a really weird week. It's been an amazing week, but it was a really weird week when I think about some of the conversations and some of the like situations that found their way to me. That's what I'm gonna say. I just began to think about um how different my response would have been had I not been on a journey of healing and self-discovery. So this week I found out some news that I was not made aware of um during my previous relationship, and it just kind of, I'm not going to say put me in a bad space. It just opened up everything. It made total sense. Everything really made sense. It had already made sense before, but it really made sense for me. And then I began to think about my own personal boundaries, and I began to say, like, you know what? I don't think I'm in the space of, I don't think I'm in the mindset of holding space for anyone who's not willing to fight for that space. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with it. Um, I know I said the other day, so I was talking to, you're surrounded by people, so you be talking and I talk, but what I realize is I do a lot more um, listening now. I mean, I talk, it's like conversation dialogue, but what I realized is like the last couple of months, I haven't really been saying anything. I just really been listening. And the thing that I've come to realize as I'm, Mister, can you please stop? Oh, I'm sorry. I have Cam over here. Y'all can see him right there. I don't know what his fascination is with my light, but I don't know. Stop. You gonna break it. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Can you stop, please? Please? Y'all see it still keep going on and off? Kids. Cam, can you please stop? Come here. Come here. Come here. Just hide the trigger. What's the matter? Can you stop turning my light on and off, please? You want to write? Okay. Um, I started thinking about my own personal boundaries, and then I started listening to the people around me, and I began to understand that. Um, oh, whoa! Can you get it for me? Can you get it for me? It's over there. Here, get down, get it over there. Now he wants to fall. Oh, are you okay? Yeah. I got it. Don't worry. Wait, can you get it? It's right here. Can you get it for me right there? Look, it's right there. And I'm gonna let you write, okay? Sorry, y'all. No, no, no. Right there. The mouse. Right there. Yep. Give me that. Yeah, it's a mouse. Thank you. TT, help me. Okay. Here. You can write. Only write on this one. Wait. It's a pen. Okay. So I began to think about the people around me and what they were saying. And I was just like, the thing I realized is like, maybe we didn't see our parents or people around us setting boundaries. So we don't even know. Hi, Crystal. Maybe we don't know what it's like or what it means to actually set a boundary, because I was talking to someone and they were telling me how their mom just like totally disrespects them all the time, and I was like, well, why do you still talk to her? And they were like, because she's my mom. And I was just thinking like, holy shit, like we don't feel like we could set a boundary with our mom. Like we don't feel like we could set a boundary with our family members because they're our family. And it's like if we don't talk to them, then if we don't talk to them, then we feel guilty, we feel bad, but the reality of it is we don't have to talk to them. Like I'm gonna give you guys a guys girl non-binary. Ew, that's disgusting. I'm gonna give y'all 5 boundaries that we all need to set. Okay, see, I don't be knowing. Can you stop? Okay, you want to get down? No. You want to go watch the Bobo? No. But I thought that's what you wanted to do. You don't? Okay. You don't? You want to go watch Talking Time? Yeah. Okay. You want to take your toy with you? Yeah. Okay. I'll see you in a minute. Okay. Did y'all see him just flexing? You can't watch it right here. I'm on live right now. Can you go watch it on the other phone? Oh, you see yourself. That's why you're doing it. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Can you go watch it on the phone for me, please? Okay. You gonna watch it on the phone? Okay. You want to watch me on the phone? Okay, give me a phone. I'll show you how to watch me. No. No. Okay, here. You want to watch it on there? Or you want to watch it on here? No. Okay, give it here. I'll show you how to put it on there. No, you gotta watch it on there. No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Here. Give me that. Give me that. You're not about to watch both of them. Okay, give me that one. Here. Okay, have a seat. Sorry, y'all. I trying to be a good auntie and spend time, mainly because he cried to go with me, and I don't like the kids to be crying. You don't want to watch this? Yeah. Okay, what do you want to watch? What do you want to watch? Tom. Yeah, Tom. I don't know where Tom is. What about Shark Dog? No. Bubba? What about this? No. Okay, what do you want to watch? Tom. Oh, Tom. Let's see if we can find. Sorry, I totally apologize, y'all. There you go. There you go. Ready. I truly apologize for this because I'm gonna tell y'all about it in a minute. Because when I'm not on live, he's not even by me. He's sit in the room and he'll watch the iPad, Talking Tom, Boba, Happy Ninjas or whatever it is, Mighty Force or something. He will sit there all day. But the moment I come in here and go live, okay, have a seat. Thank you. The moment I come in here and go live, he just right here, like by my hip. I don't mind it though. Can you turn it down? Can, can you turn it down, please? No, right there, up there. Turn it down a little bit. Thank you. Okay, I'm here. So, back to what I was saying. We don't set boundaries with our family because we don't want to feel guilty. Like our families make us feel guilty for not calling our mother or not calling our brother and sisters. As how do you know I was going to turn around and turn it down? Anyways, so was it last night or Friday night? Friday night, I was talking about how fear and guilt are two things that people can play on to like manipulate us into doing things that they want us to do, right? Because if I'm your mom and I can make you feel guilty about not showing up for Thanksgiving dinner or not coming for Sunday dinner or not answering when I call, you're gonna feel guilt every time you don't answer or every time you don't come around, you're gonna feel guilty, right? Like me, on this journey of healing and self-discovery, I understood that um I set a bunch of boundaries, but I didn't enforce those boundaries. Like I didn't like hold on to them as like, hey, if you do this, I'm not going to do this. Like I wasn't. Turn it down, sir. Turn it down. Sorry, y'all. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna work, but it's gonna work. Hold on. Thank you. Don't turn it back up again, okay? Now you're gonna turn it all the way down? Yeah. Turn it up a little bit. That's good. Turn it down. I guess it should have just been me and Cam live because he definitely. I think it's probably because I am on live. That's what it is. Because as long as I wasn't doing nothing, he was fine. So back to what I was saying. I'm sorry. It's a lot of distraction. I realized on this journey of healing and self discovery that I set boundaries, but I didn't enforce those boundaries because I was the type of person that I never wanted people to feel bad. And I knew that that was like a thing for me. Like, what do they call it? I knew that was something that people played on because they knew like I didn't want people to feel bad. Like, I would tell people, I knew I didn't want to do shit, but I would say yes just because I didn't want them to like feel bad or go without. I never want anybody around me to. It's a no. It's a no for me. It's a no. Here, you can have this. Well, it's a no for me. Sorry, y'all. No, because you don't know how to keep it. You gonna turn it down? How I just say, I setting a boundary right now, right? Nope, you can't watch it on the iPad. You can watch it on here. Here. Then I don't know what you're gonna do because you're not watching it on the iPad. It's a no for me. Y'all gonna have to hear a little kid cry because it's a no for me. Boundaries. I'm more than likely gonna give it back to him just because I don't want to hear him cry. Even kids know boundaries. Kids know boundaries. Anyways, so I began to think about like my mother and like my siblings, the relationship with them. Like I have brothers who have kids, and y'all see me. I love to watch my nieces and nephews. I do. I'm really trying not to turn around and pick them up. I'm trying. I'm trying. It's hard for me right now because I don't want to be crying, but sometimes they just have to cry. Are you okay? If you're okay, why are you crying? Oh, you're crying real tears. Oh my God. It's okay. You're still not getting an iPad. He's really sleepy and you didn't take a nap. So there's that too. But so I realized like with my siblings, my brothers, this is one of my brother's kids. They have kids and I was like, I love to spend time with them because I don't have any kids. So I love to spend time with them, hang out with them. And then my brothers started to think like, oh, well, you could just be our resident babysitter. Babysitters get paid. Aunties don't. Well, sometimes aunties don't. And I just started thinking like, it's a no for me because that's the thing I like about kids, right? My other people's kids. I can have you when I want you, and I can send you back home. Mm, that's the thing I love about it. And I started to realize like I didn't set boundaries. I didn't say like, okay, I'm not going to watch them all the time, or I'm not going to be as heavily involved as I was, as I contend to be. And then I just started thinking like it was setting boundaries with myself. I was about to say, I know you didn't just go to sleep. It's okay. You okay. So I began to look at the boundaries that I actually planned out. You plan to set boundaries like I'm not gonna be calling. I said I'd never answer my phone after 10:30. And it seems like people always call like 10:31, 10:32, and it's always emergency. Cause I say I'm not gonna answer my phone after 10, I say 10 o'clock, but I give it to 10:30 because people always call. So I have this thing where if people call me more than once in a row, like if they call me two times in a row, I feel like it's an emergency, so I answer it. But now I got to the point where I don't even care if it's emergency or no emergency. I'm just not gonna answer it. Like you could leave a voicemail. Most people don't leave a voicemail. They text you in all caps, like why you didn't answer the phone. I don't. I didn't want to answer the phone. I don't know, but I started to think about when I was growing up. Like I told y'all before, like I used to be silent, right? And for me, I will watch my mother as shit will happen and like shit that I thought should have been addressed, like she never addressed it. She just remained silent. So for me, it was like, okay, that was a boundary. Like you set that boundary where you okay, now you about to get down. You set the boundary where you're not like acknowledging everything that somebody does or says. And then you just like, okay, cool. In my mind, I thought being silent, people would just the shit would blow over. It wouldn't get bigger. Boy, was I wrong. Shit got bigger, and then they was just like, okay, here's my boundary. I'm going to say what the fuck I need to say because evidently, you ain't take the hint. Here's a hint, right? Um, if you do some fucked up shit to somebody, and they like, I want to say for lack of a better word, they spare you embarrassment, they spare you whatever it is they are sparing you. Take the hint. Leave the well enough alone. Leave it alone. That's a boundary that they set. I'm not going to cross over and I'm not going to shit on you. I'm not going to just leave well enough alone. People haven't figured that out. People still want to egg shit on. Even like when I think about my brothers, like there was a situation last year with my brother right beneath me. You cried on my paper. It's okay. You okay. Um, and I thought where like I literally stopped talking to him. Like I literally the same around the same time that I was all of this stuff was happening in my personal relationship. I stopped talking to my brother and people were calling me and texting me and they was like, "Hey, you should be the bigger person and you should rectify the situation. You should do all this." And I was like, I wonder how many of you are calling him to tell him the same thing. In case people forgot, I am the oldest sibling. So I always have to be the bigger person. But this time go around, I'm in a new space in my life and I'm setting boundaries. You feel like you could talk to me any kind of way, you're not going to have the option to talk to me. So, especially if we've talked to each other for our entire lives, you don't have that privilege anymore. I'm shutting boundaries. I'm setting boundaries. So in my life, people was like, "Man, you changed. You seem different." It's because you don't like the fact that I'm saying no. Hell no. Fuck no. Hell motherfucking no. No, people get used to you saying yes, or people get used to you doing the things. And so when you set those boundaries, when you say, I'm not going to be at your every beck and call, I'm not going to come to Thanksgiving dinner just because we're a family and I know every time I come somebody gonna have something to say, especially if you gay, somebody gonna have something to say about you being gay. Your mama gonna ask you when you gonna have kids and she know you gay, or your mom gonna ask you when you gonna get married and they know you got that. It's all, we all have experience. Maybe you haven't, but we all have some form of experience where our family does this to us. Maybe you just want to be single and they always ask you, so when you gonna get married, or when you gonna, where's your new boyfriend, where's your new girlfriend. They do it as a joke. You see, I'm doing this because we all have had people do that jokey shit like, oh, what happened to, that's not real, those not jokes, those are people expressing their opinions to you. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you the five boundaries that we all need. And this is from an actual person who does psychology, or that she's in that field. She says, I don't know if it's an order, so I just wrote them down. You could put them in order if you want to. There's the emotional oh oh sorry y'all. You okay? Because you, that was a lot. You all right? Okay. Um, there's emotional that involves the when people calling you, they're constantly calling you and they're like giving you all of the shit that they got. Like they don't take a moment to say, wait, hold on. Can you go sit over here? Purpose. All this is happening on purpose. I don't know if you're gonna come over here. Now because I put him down, he's gonna cry. What's the matter? What's the matter? Oh, you got your lip quivering now too? Can you sit over there? Um, emotional boundaries. He's testing my emotional boundaries. No. It, it's people dismissing your emotions and what you think or how you feel. This is why I say, like, that was one of the big things where talk about every Sunday. Like sometimes we say we cut our emotions off. Like when people say that, like, oh, I turned those emotions off a long time ago. In my mind, I just be thinking like, how did you do that? I'm 41 and I've been struggling. Like I've struggled with um like turning my emotions off. Like just I wish I could just be cold hearted. I've wished this for my entire life. I wish I could do that thing that people do to other people. Like you do some fucked up shit to somebody and then Kim, you are invading my boundaries right now. Can you get down? Okay, I know. Can you sit down over there? Okay, go sit down over there. Thank you. Ouch. I'm helping you. Okay, sit down by your friend. Sit down right there. I did this to myself. I know I did. Yes. No, you're not going to eat that. You're not going to eat that. They're not your regular vitamins. You don't. I don't. You're not going to eat them. You're not going to eat them. Okay. Now he's seeing himself on the channel. Um. Emotional boundaries. Emotional boundaries. I think I was saying how people try to dismiss how you feel and what you think. Like if you're telling them you made me feel or not, I wouldn't say you made me feel or the shit that you did to me left me feeling. This is what I said to someone. Actually this is what I said to my brother. Like we've known each other for forever. The fact that you felt that you needed to cuss me out and stomp and do all of that shit is just beyond me. Like I'm not dismissing your feelings, but I want you to know like the things that you did to me put me in a space where I was just really heartbroken. Like I feel like people don't express their emotions maybe because other people don't care. I care. If you do some fucked up shit to me, you better know you gonna get an earful from me because I like to talk and I'm gonna make sure that you understand how your words or how the things that you did affected me. And that goes with accountability and responsibility. And in this day and age, those are two things that seem to have gotten lost in people's upbringing. Like people don't we don't hold each other accountable. Like we don't hold our mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, we don't hold them accountable. We just think that's our family. That's just what they do. It's a no for me. So number one, I wrote down on my list is an emotional boundary. We need to set up where people you can't guilt trip me. Like I don't want anybody to feel like I am obligated. I never wanted to feel like I was obligated to do anything. Like because we're in a relationship, I'm obligated to know like I'm obligated to know things. Like if you don't tell me, that's why I always say use your words. If you don't tell me and you just thinking because my last person I was with, they knew I'm not your last person. I'm a whole new person. I don't want you to just dump all of your shit on me. And then when I get ready to tell you how I feel, you're just like, oh no, I don't want to hear it. It's dead. Okay. We don't got nothing else. You're not getting them. You're not getting them. It's in the living room. Go look in the living room. Go look in the living room. Go look in the living room. It's in the living room. Go look in the living room, please. What do you want? No, you're not getting it. If you go look in the living room, I'll give it to you. Go get the oatmeal out the living room. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. It's the lights on. You don't have to be scared. Oh God. Okay. Do y'all see what I'm about to do right now? Give him the iPad. Here, sit down. Sit. Have a seat. Have a seat. Thank you. Um, Emotional boundaries. I am setting an emotional boundary right now. Emotional boundaries. Thank you. Mental boundaries. That's another boundary is the freedom to think, believe, and have your own opinion. This is another thing that I realized. I told my brother, I have three brothers. So I have one that's right, but my twin brother, I have a middle brother and I have a younger brother. Cam is my younger brother's son. Oh God, he's oh. Anyways, so my middle brother, he's totally different when it comes to his kids. He's like, or he only has one child. Mateo is his son. So he's like, I allow Mateo to tell me what he likes and what he doesn't like. And when we go places, I don't just buy him clothes because I want him to have those clothes. I buy him what he likes. And I was so intrigued by that. I was like, why do you do that? And he was like, because he's a human being and he should be allowed to tell me what he like and he don't like. And I was just like, that is such an amazing thing to think about, right? Because if you think about it, right? Remember when you were little, or even now, like you're in a relationship or you go to work or whatever in your life, like you think about it, right? How many times have you actually made a decision because you wanted to make a decision? Like I think about people when they think about, or when they say they're homophobic, or they Cameron, you no, it's okay, give it here. I'm about to call his parents. I'm over it. I'm so over it right now. I'm over it. And I know if I was just to go off alive, he would be in the other room sitting in the bed watching the thing, watching the iPad with no problem. But I think I spoiled him. I see, that's why I'm taking accountability for this. I feel like it was me that spoiled him. It was me. It was me. It was me that got him to the point where he is right now. That was me. But mental boundaries is something that I feel like we don't have that option. Like we weren't given the option to speak how we what we felt, what we thought. And then we just in turn was just like, well, nobody's gonna hear me anyways, and nobody really care. That's why, like in relationships, or even when you go to work, like you don't like when your boss talk to you like you are shit. We don't like when anybody talk to us like shit, but we avoid conversation. What they say, non-confrontational. Fuck that. I used to be non-confrontational, but guess what I am now? If you gonna bring shit to my doorstep, you better get ready to get the shit tossed back at you or get cleaned up. Either one of those, and I'm good at either one of those two things. So many people out here just throwing shit and like, oh, that's where I was going. You know how people be like, I don't like gay people, or gay people, gay people, gay people, gay agenda, all of that shit, right? And then if you ask the people who feel that way, have they ever talked to someone who was gay? And they'll look at you like, oh, my cousin gay, my uncle gay. But have you ever talked to a gay person? Because if you ever talk to a gay person, you will actually realize that they are pretty cool people. So we are out here being hated because someone was like, God said he is an abomination. God said a lot of shit is abomination. If y'all be on YouTube, you be seeing people eat seafood boils all day, every day. God said don't eat the shellfish. Don't eat it. Don't touch it. Don't eat it. He said don't wear wool with polyester, or cotton with polyester, or cotton with silk. He said all this shit, but we still do that anyway. So it's only we pick and choose. But for me, it'd be like we don't even have the option of people taking the time to get to know us before they make their own decisions about us, before they make their own decisions about us. For me, it's boundaries. Like people be like, "Oh, well, I don't like her because I said hi to her one time and she didn't like." I'll tell y'all a situation. So in my previous relationship, I'm like a music artist manager. I used to throw shows, all those things, right? So I'm constantly speaking to artists. So one artist at a show or a seminar, I don't even remember what it was, but my ex felt like this person should have spoke to her. And I was like, well, did you speak to them? And she was like, no, but he should have spoke to me because he know I'm married to you. I was like, what? Did If you didn't speak to that person, how do you expect them to speak to you? Like, how do they supposed to know? Like, I'm just gonna walk up to you and speak to you. I speak to everybody in the room. When I walk in the room, I'm gonna say hi. I'm gonna say hello. Some people look at me and keep it moving, and I just keep on moving. I say hi to you. You know, I say hi to you. For me, she was like, or she was like, then it was a big old thing because she was like, I felt disrespected. How did he disrespect you? If you didn't say hi to him, I see if you said, I'm gonna get over there in a few minutes. I'll see if you said hi to him first and then he didn't say something, and then it'll be like, okay, cool. But if you didn't say hi to him, you didn't say nothing to him, you just thought because you was standing there and he was supposed to walk up to you and say hi, it's a no for me. And then I went to this whole thing where I was like, people don't have to speak to you. People don't have to speak to you. People don't have to like you. People don't have to fuck with you if they don't want to. That's We have a lot of rights as humans, but we don't even take advantage of those rights because we are so used to doing what people have done to us. Like we habitually, like I said the other day, like when people get up, some of us, the first thing we do is We wake up, meditate, or you shower, or you brush your teeth, then you eat breakfast. Like there's a routine that you have every day when you wake up. And a lot of those routines came from when we were little. When we were little, what did you do? You get up, you brush your teeth, shower, or you took a bath the night before, you put on your clean clothes, you put your stuff in your book bag, you go into the it's all of those that like guarantee you, if you think about why you go to a job, you'll probably be like, why do I go to a job? Why do I go to work every day? Because you know you have bills, right? And you know those bills need to be paid, and that job pays the bills. So that's why you go to that job that you don't even like. It's all a bunch of routine, and then we get in those routines, and then we people step over our routines. Like when you think about mental boundaries, right? Our families, I'm gonna say most families of color, right? There's this stigma about homosexuality, especially if you grew up in a family that attends church, Baptist, Coldest, Apostolic, Pentecostal, whatever church. There's a whole stigma around homosexuality because of Jesus and his beliefs, right? So they grow when you grow up, they're talking about there's a p word. I won't say it's a what they call a male that's gay. They use those derogatory terms, and so then can you imagine what it's like to grow up in a household where they're using derogatory terms and they're calling gay people all of these different things, they're saying hell they're gonna do all of these things and you're gay. Can you imagine what that does to you as you're growing up? So then what do? You pretend because you know that you're not straight, but you pretend that you're straight so that your family don't talk about you. But what you don't realize is that people can see. Like you might display mannerisms, you might come off a certain way. Like people can see that. Like I guarantee you right now, you know somebody that's talking about you or have talked about you if you're gay, or even if you got multiple kids, or even if you don't have any kids, you know that your family is talking about you. Like we all can be like, I know my family's talking about me. I know they are. Because that's what families do. Families talk about you. They do. A mental boundary could be, you know what? I believe that homosexuality, that's not my business. It's not my business what someone does in their bedroom. Long as they treated me right, they treated me good, they don't be disrespectful. That's me. I don't give a fuck what you are. You could be gay, straight way. I do care because if you with that pedophilia shit, it's a no for me. I can't rock with you. I can't even. It's a no for me. Molestation shit, it's a no for me. But if you gay, straight, you could be bi, you could be pansexual. I don't care what your sexuality is. I'm not in a relationship with you. Long as you not disrespectful or rude towards me, I'm rocking with you. That's just me. But when you cross that line of disrespect, that's a whole nother thing. But in my mind, like I was saying, people be like, I ain't gonna talk to her. And then they try to tell you that you shouldn't talk to somebody because they don't talk to them. That has never been me. I've never been the one that be like, oh, well, I'm gonna stop talking to this person because you stop talking to them. The whole mentality of I'm not gonna talk to somebody because you're gonna talk to them. That's like manipulation for me. But then I be interpreting shit totally different from other people, and people be saying I'm not normal because I'm not gonna stop talking to a person if they didn't treat me bad or do nothing wrong to me. I'm not gonna stop talking to them because you had an issue with them and you weren't adult enough to resolve the issue that you had with them. So now I'm supposed to not stop speaking to them because of you. And that's where people be like, "Oh, that's love and loyalty." Like if you loyal to me, if you really think about it, half of the people that's saying that you should be loyal to them, they don't even give a fuck about you. You ever had a moment where you ain't have no food in your refrigerator and you told somebody you ain't had no food in your refrigerator and they said, I'm gonna pray that God blesses you, but they got food in their refrigerator? Like even I be talking, so I was talking to my brother, he said all that, and I was like, you know how crazy it is that I say it's crazy because I don't have any kids, but I think it's crazy that parents do not allow their children to express themselves. They don't allow them to express themselves. They don't allow them to choose what they want and what they don't want. Now I know, I get it. I'm the parent. I pay the bills. I get all of that. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute when it comes to like mental because we felt like our voices weren't hindered. We felt like, oh, excuse me, we didn't have the opportunity to say, when I was a child, we stayed out of grown folks' business. When I was a child, if you think about it, right, the kids of nowadays is way advanced than we were. Way advanced. They sure in hell is way advanced than when I was. And I just be sitting here thinking like, that's why I find it important with my nieces and nephews. I talk to them, I listen to them, and they're able to communicate like what they like and what they don't like. I'm not gonna force you to eat oatmeal if you don't like oatmeal. Cause then that's like when you grow older, you remember if you were little, you had to eat, I don't know if y'all had to, but I had to eat Brussels sprouts and asparagus and broccoli and cauliflower and beans and all this shit. And I was like, ugh, I hate this shit. This is nasty. But as I began to get older and I began to understand, because my grandma was like, one day you're gonna like this. And then I was like, I don't see it. And then when I got older, it was like, was number one, it was changing my palate. Like I don't just eat chicken and ranch or pizza, or like I have a real cultural palate. And then I started thinking like when times get hard, like you can get some broccoli or some beans and some cornbread, like not even just when times get hard, but like when situations arise, like I live because of things that I learned when I was younger. Like I am able to communicate because when I was younger, they didn't shut me down. It was like, you ever had someone tell you that's an adult and don't say that adult lied on you? Not to repeat something because like it's all of those things. Like I was just thinking like, man, I used to hear like my parents, my mother, my family, they didn't do that to me. I'm grateful for that. But I know people who parents like said shit to them that was just like, why would you say that? And I'm sitting like, why would you say that to your child? And then you wonder why your child does things or they act out, and it's because they don't have a way to express themselves. Like somebody's touching them, and instead of you listening to them say somebody's touching them, you're just like, oh, that's not what they meant, or that's not what happened, you're lying on so and so. I heard a lot of that when I was growing up too. Not for me, but like a lot of other people that I was around. It's like, oh, they just lying. Even in one case, somebody was like, oh, they're so promiscuous. And it's like, so you dismiss the fact that she was touched because you felt that she was promiscuous. It's all of that mental. It's all of that mental. That's why I think like there was a conversation I had. I had the conversation last Friday. It was Friday. I had the conversation. And one was like, new person that I am with allows me. Now, I can't believe I just did the same thing I did the day when they said it. They said that it was just like, wait a minute, you're an adult and you're telling me that another adult is allowing you to do something when you're an adult. That's where in my mind where I said that mental boundary, it's like you know that you could have done that at any time. Like if you're an adult, you know that you could do whatever the fuck you want to do at any time because you're an adult and you can like your mother telling you you can't stay out late but you have your own house and you know you can listen to her because she's your mother, but also you are an adult so you can make the decision to do that. Like you know when you become an adult, you don't live in your parents' house anymore, like you could live your life and be you. But some people don't have that because they have that where they grew up in a family where their mother was like really controlling or she overbearing or their parents are overbearing, and so every step that they take they have to call their mother. I'm not saying that there is anything wrong with that, but I'm saying there's something wrong with that. That it comes to a point where when do you start making decisions for yourself? When do you say, okay, I'm grown, I pay my own bills, I should be able to wake up and figure out what I'm going to do today, not like, hey, what should I. Another mental thing is controlling. That it's a, I don't know if y'all could tell, but I'm not a fan of controlling. I don't like when people try to like control me. My upbringing, I wasn't controlled. The situations, a lot of the situations that happen to me, people try to control me. I don't work well in control. I don't. So that's a boundary that I set up immediately. Once I see you trying to control who I talk to, where I go, how long I don't like that. Especially being an adult that takes care of my own. I don't like that. I can see if you're doing it from a I can't see. I don't know. I don't like that controlling shit. But what I realize is a lot of people in their life has been controlled, whether it's been controlled by their former person that they were with, their parents, their siblings. There's always a form of control somewhere. I'm not out of control. I just don't like when people try to control. Like you try to control who I talk to, where I go, what I do. I don't like that. What I wear. I don't like that. Especially because I feel like as an adult, you have the option to choose. Like you have the mind to say, I'm going to do this and be adult enough to handle the consequences or whatever happens. Go get in the living room. And it's in the living room. Right, get your light. Take your light in there. It's in the living room. I don't want to come with you. More. I got three more boundaries. This boundary is time and energy. I think they all kind of go together, but this boundary is time and energy. It's when people you say you're gonna be somewhere, like whoever tells somebody you're gonna have a meeting at 9 o'clock and then you show up at 9 o'clock, the meeting's supposed to actually start at 9 o'clock. This is something I had to like really get. I had to really grasp hold of this because I have a business. I meet with other people in regards to my business. And so what I started doing is showing up early so that when 9 o'clock hit or whatever the time the meeting is supposed to start, at that moment, I'm hitting the button because I get paid. The meeting starts. So the moment the meeting starts, boom, I'm getting paid. The timer is going. I don't if you I'm the type of person like if you know you're gonna be late, like I be telling people if we're going somewhere and we're gonna be late, I'm gonna be a couple of minutes late or I'll be realistic. I'm not gonna say I know I'm 30 minutes out and I'm gonna say I'm gonna be 5 or 10 minutes. No, I'm about 30 minutes. If you can give me 30 minutes, or if I know I'm gonna be 30 minutes late, I'm gonna call and reschedule. That's just me though. Because I feel like you're taking time out of your busy day to meet with me. The least I can do is let you know I'm gonna be late, or let you know that I'm not coming, or I'm unprepared. But if you're showing up somewhere late and you're not prepared, I don't even know. I don't know. Energy. That's giving people you having a business. Like I got a business, right, where I do music administration, right, and people be hitting me up all the time like, hey, can't you do this? And then on the back end I get you, but I already know what the back end mean. If you do this right now, I got you. Y'all see how I wasn't paying attention to him, that he turned the thing up because he know that I'm gonna pay attention to him. I'm not gonna ignore him, but I paid attention to him. That is so crazy. um People want you to do favors all the time. Hey, let me just borrow $20. And then you ever notice how you borrow somebody $20 and then you be like I'm not the type, if I borrow you any money, and I'm not borrowing you any money. But if I borrow you some money, I'm not gonna be on you like, hey, give me my money back, because in my mind, again, I think you are an adult. You know that you borrowed this money from me. You should be able to pay the money back. However, adults nowadays that borrow the money, and then when you be like, hey, can I borrow $10? You don't even ask for the $20 back. You just, hey, can I borrow $10? And the first thing they say is, I'm gonna give you your funky $20. Are you sweating me over? You sweating me over $20? He's really trying to get my attention right now. He's really trying. Kim, what? I don't want to come with you. Setting boundaries. I don't want to come with you. You can go. You can go. He said please, y'all. He's he said please. He said please. Oh, he about to get me. He said please. Cameron, no. Can you go by yourself? Okay, get the light over there. You see the light? Okay, take the light with you. It's over there on the floor. Yeah, get the light and go get the oatmeal. Yep, go get the oatmeal. You're a big boy. You could do it. Good job. In the living room. Go all the way in the living room. Okay, let me finish and I'll go with you, okay? Uh, mm, Thank you. You don't want to take it in there? Okay. And when I finish, I'm gonna take it in there, okay? Or you could go in there. Go take that in there and shine it and you could go get it. You could do it. Uh, so I just made up in my mind that I'm not gonna have kids around when I do. Um I'd be trying. I'd be trying. I was gonna drop him off earlier, but I was like, he just looks so sad. That's what it guilt. It got me because I was just like, he looks so sad. He didn't want to go, so I'm gonna let him stay. And now look at him. And I guarantee you, when I go off of this live, he gonna just be sitting on my lap or laying across my lap and watching the TV, just chilling, not moving or nothing. Um, Time, energy. So we got emotional boundaries, we got mental boundaries. That's being able to think for yourself, especially if you are an adult. Oh, if you're an adult. There's time and energy. I'm not going right now. We're gonna go when I get done, okay? Okay. When I get done. If you take that in there, you could go find it. He really trying to get me to go. The next one is material boundaries. Um, it's like our possessions, like computers, mics, phones, cars, houses. Um, it's like when people can use them or how they use them is things like that. He really trying, y'all. Really trying. And I think it's not cute, but he knows exactly what he's doing. Exactly. Kids are really smart. If you don't know, your child is really smart. I, I watched the I watched a TikTok and it was like someone they let somebody use their car. Like I'm the type of person, if you let me use your car, right? And if you give me your car on a half a tank of gas, I'm gonna either put your car on a full tank of gas or it's gonna be at the half a tank of gas. I'm not gonna use your car and run out all your gas. Or if somebody you ever had somebody use your car and then you notice like I let someone use my truck and I noticed that my mirror was cracked and I was like, my mirror wasn't cracked before that. Hey, did you have an accident or did you hit like the garage or something? Mm-mm. It was like that when I got it. Mm-mm. You know how if you go to rent a car and you walk around your car and you like you take the photos and you let them know where the scratches is. Oh, I do videos. So what you should do. I do videos because it's like I don't even understand how you would use somebody's car and have an accident or bump something and don't say, "Hey, I bumped something in your car." I don't know, but yes. Well, I'm not going right now. Ouch. And then the fifth one is physical. He crying, but he laughing. The fifth one is physical. It has to do with like closeness, unwanted comments. You're squeezing my fingers. Um, Public displays of affections when people touching you. Like, you ever been somewhere like I'm a hugger, but the thing that I do is I don't just walk over and be like, "Hey," I announce, "Are you comfortable?" I ask, "Are you comfortable with hugs?" Because I'm a hugger. Like that's just who I am. I don't hug people under the impression like, "Oh yeah, this is essential a hug." I just feel like that's just me. I hug my nieces and nephews. I hug my brothers. I be hugging. See how this just became a game? I don't even understand it. Um, Even like comments, like I was at my mom's house and she was feeding Bobo and she was like, "You gonna be big as a house." And I was like, "No, she not. Why would you say that?" But if you think about it, like older people, they have all these different like analogies and antidotes is like big as a house. Where does that come from? Why would you say something like that? She's not gonna be big as a house. And then I just went in like, you shouldn't say things like that. I wasn't trying to correct my mother, but I was just like, you said that, and you probably don't know that that can linger in the back of her head for the rest of her life, and now she has eating disorders because you said she gonna be big as a house, and she don't want to be big as a house. Like when they used to say if you call a child dumb or stupid, they're gonna start really believing that they're dumb or stupid. Like why would you say something like that to your child or anybody? Why would you call anybody like that? Like I know an adult where their brothers and sisters be calling them dumb, slow, and stupid, and then they just take that. Like that's setting a physical, mental, emotional boundary. Your mother calling you dumb and stupid, like that's your mother. Like if you don't have anything positive to say towards me, I be telling people all the time, if you don't got shit positive to say towards me, I don't have to be around you. I don't have to be in your facilitated area, because that's the thing, right? We are all surviving a global fucking pandemic, and if you choosing to be in a toxic environment, knowing that you are, number one, surviving a global fucking pandemic. Number two, we don't know. We don't know. Every day we wake up, the government is making decisions and they mandating vaccine. They doing all kinds of shit. If you got a job where there's a mandate, a vaccine mandate, now you are faced with an important decision. Do I go get poked so I can make sure that my family has food on the table, I can pay my rent, or do I quit this job and stand for my morals and values? You have to set boundaries. That's why I say you have to set boundaries when it comes to, if you bite my finger, I'm gonna bite you back. Yes, I said when I'm done. I said when I'm done. Now you have to determine, like what's the basketball player? Shoot, just had his name. Brooklyn Nets. Y'all probably know who I'm talking about. He made the decision not to get the shot. All the people that was rooting for him before is like, you signed up to play basketball, go play basketball, all of this other shit. But it's like, if that's not what he wants to do, he don't have to do that. When he signed up to play basketball, he didn't sign up to take a vaccine for a virus. That's not what he signed up for. That's just like right now. If you are in a medical field, if you are in a teaching field, and the mandate has went out, or your job just mandated it, right? You had to make that tough decision. Some of you was like, let me go ahead and get this poke, and it's just a poke. Some of you would like that, but I guarantee you sat down, you thought, and you evaluated. It depends on if that's how you are with your family. You thought what was best for you and your family. How come we don't allow other people the opportunity to do what's best for them and their family? Are you okay? He doing everything he can. Yes, you okay? You okay? I know. I knew it was coming. Um, Setting boundaries, right? I realized that, like, even with my family, I love my family. I love my friends. I love everyone. Everyone knows how much I love them. When I thought about having COVID, I was like, you know what? I should probably get up. I should do this. I should do that. And I'm sick. I'm literally sick. I'm literally like dying. I literally felt like that. Like every time I breathed or coughed, I was like, okay, maybe this is my last breath. But at the same time, I was trying to make sure my mother was okay. I was trying to make sure my nieces and nephew. I was trying to make sure everybody else was okay except for me. And then I started to think like, maybe I got COVID so I could start thinking about myself. Like maybe I should start focusing on me and what's best for me. You're not coming back over my house. He is. I'm just telling him this. So basically, I'm just saying this because I understand that that's what gets him to like not act bad, because he's definitely acting out right now. I'm telling you, once I log off of this live, he gonna be the sweetest child ever. He doesn't like. I'm gonna take accountability for this one. I'm taking accountability. I spoiled him. I didn't try. I didn't know that that's what I was doing. I just like hanging out with him because he was cool. He's a little chill, laid back dude. We could sit up and watch Disney Plus all day. And it was just cool. He was a cool dude. And then the other day, I got to the point where it's like, oh, I'm not gonna take him right now, but when he get to the point where he gonna cry to go with me, then I'm gonna take him. And then he cried yesterday, and I'm just like, Next time he cry, I'm gonna make he gonna cry. Can you turn the light off, please? Here's some things when setting boundaries for your family, right? The thing that I realize is that it takes courage. It takes courage to set boundaries when it comes to family. And it takes courage because when you think about your family, it's like, oh, well, they all I got. They gonna look out for me. But the reality of it is if your family hasn't looked out for you your entire fucking life, what are you holding on to? If your mom has treated you like shit your entire life, what are you really holding on to? Are you holding on to the thought that maybe one day she will love you if she haven't loved you your entire life? I'm not going to say it's safe to say, but I will encourage you to look at that and say, you know what? I've wanted this for so long. It's time now. I haven't got it in all this time. It's time now for me to move forward beyond this. Because to continue yourself in this cycle of toxicity is only hurting yourself. Because again, your mother is over here living her best fucking life. Well, she trying to, or I hope she is. But you're stuck because you're like, I want my mom to love me. I want my family to appreciate me. I want them to respect me. But if they haven't respect you in all this time, what makes you think? Like, here's an analogy I'll give. Um, I work with music artists, right? And so I have this thing when it comes to mixtapes. Artists be talking to me all the time about doing a mixtape. And I have a boundary when it comes to that. I won't help an artist work on a mixtape because here's my thought. You working on a mixtape, you go into the studio, you putting in time, money, energy, boundaries. You putting in time, money, and energy into this mixtape. And then okay. Come here. Come here. Can you stop? Can you stop, please? How about you just sit here, take a nap, okay? But then we're gonna go in there and get you some oatmeal, okay? Okay. You could have went in there and got it yourself because it's right in there. You left it in there. I forgot what I was saying about boundaries. Oh, you got to be willing to walk away, right? Because sometimes you know your family has never did shit for you. They never meant for anything, but you're only staying there because of family. If you think about it, right, they have not been a family to you. They're only been a family in name. That's my mother, my brother, my sister. Your brother and sister treated you like shit, beat up on you, took your money, ran your credit up, did all kinds of shit. Or maybe they just down talked you. Maybe they never was like that. Or maybe on the other side, you had a loving brother or sister. Like those are things that we need to take into considerations. Like, do we consider like he cute? Is he cute? But he is definitely. You got to hold it this way. Hold it like this. That's right. Fine. Cameron. Um, you got to be able to walk away. Camron. Good job. N. Good job. C. No. Now we doing a name spelling lesson. Okay, you about to get down. And you gonna cry. You gonna cry because you about to get down. Okay. Okay. Oh. I know you did it to yourself. Oh God. Oh my God. Look at that. It's okay. We'll get it off. He wrote on himself. That's all he's talking about. I feel like we probably don't. We don't know that we have options. Okay. Can you here watch the iPad? Where is the iPad? Where is it? You lost it. Oh, you lost the iPad. Okay, go in the living room and get it. Can you go in the living room and get it?
No.
Why do I have to go with you? This is no. Oh my God. Y'all see he's smiling? Did you see the dimples? That's all I'm saying. He knows exactly. People be knowing exactly what they be doing to you. Exactly. You gonna say hi?
Yeah.
You gonna say hi?
Mm-hmm.
Can you turn the light off?
No.
No. No is his favorite word, and I appreciate his nose. Cause can you turn the light off for me, please? I'll go. Come on, let's go get the oatmeal. Yeah. Wait, give me 1 minute. Can you turn the light off?
No.
Then I'm not gonna go with you to get the oatmeal. Yes, I need you to turn it off.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, don't be afraid to walk away. Um, when I think about my previous relationship, y'all notice how I really changed about how I talk about it. When I realized about my previous relationship and the day that it all ended, um, I was done fighting. I was done fighting for them. I was done fighting myself for fighting for them. I was done fighting their family. I was done fighting everybody because I realized that I wasn't getting that same energy. I wasn't getting that same energy. And then when I stopped fighting and then all the shit that happened after I stopped fighting, it was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely about to fight right now because you going a whole lot extra. You stepping over my emotional boundary because you know I did nothing but love the fuck out of you. I love the fuck out of you so much. I stopped doing the very thing that I knew that I was born to do just to make sure that you were okay. You overstepping my boundaries. And then to try to make people think, like they literally were out here trying to make people think that I was the one that was causing them to do the shit that they was doing in their life. This is why I say as an adult, you have a fucking mind. Y'all see that switch that just switched in me? As an adult, you have a fucking mind, right? You have the mind to think. Now, I do feel like people are easily influenced. And that's when I say, as an adult, if you are 30 plus and you still being easily influenced, you need to take some time to yourself and sit in a fucking corner and start thinking about your life. You need to go on a journey of healing and self discovery because if you are 30 plus and still being easily influenced, like we be like in high school, like that's high school shit, right? That's what peer pressure. That's what it's called, right? But if you in your 30s and somebody will be like, "Don't talk to that person," and you will be like, "I'm not gonna talk to them because you don't talk to them," that's some shit right there. They totally overstepping your mental boundaries. That's like you go to church and whatever church you go to, they tell you don't talk to your friends and family if they don't believe the same religion as you. Because yes, some religious organizations do tell you not to talk to your family if they don't believe like you. That's a no for me. He really going all out with this. He committed and he's definitely committed. You see how committed he is to breaking my boundaries? But watch what this 41-year-old do. Y'all probably think I'm gonna give in. It's a no. He's 3. He don't know how it operates yet. He'll figure it out though when I keep ignoring him. I'm not ignoring him, but if I'm not really turned around and paying attention, I did this. So I have to deal with this. I did this. I spoiled him. I'm an adult that can admit I spoiled the child. I spoiled him. And so now I have to deal with him turning on and off the light. I asked him 50 times not to turn on and off. Him kicking the wall because he just wants to go in there and get his oatmeal. The oatmeal that I just made him, and he said he was going to go in there and watch the TV, but he didn't because y'all can see where he is right now. This happens every time he's here. And I know that it happens. So I don't know why in my mind I be thinking that I'm going to set him in there with the show he want to watch, knowing that he just going to come in here and just want to be in here by me. They all do it. They all do it. So how did I not learn by now that's what's going to happen? Because I be thinking, they young, they might adjust. I do. I think. Another thing you have to do. So we got be willing to walk away. So I was willing to walk away from something that I love, something I felt that I was going to spend the rest of my life with. I was willing to walk away because I was given too much time, too much energy. I was given mental space. I was given everything that I had to that relationship to make it work. But I there was a revelation this week, and it was just like every fucking thing that I knew to be true was a fucking lie. Can you imagine building your life on a lie? Like imagine like your parents, you finding out that your parents aren't really your parents. That would be a fucking lie. Like that would kind of make you feel some kind of way, right? My parents are my parents. I'm just saying, like the person I was in a relationship with, I've come to understand now that there was they were not who they said they were. And I know you're probably like, those are the red flags. I didn't have any of those red flags because when they were with me, it was a totally different person. But now I see them from the not so I'm just totally enamored by you. I'm still in love with her. She will always be my friend in my mind and in my heart because of the things when I was in really bad situations. She was right there. So I'm always hold space for her for that reason. Like not, oh, if she come back today, I'm gonna be no. It's like I'm a hold space because when I was really in dire straits, she was right there. So got her for that. But in all actuality, I cannot hold space for anyone else. I won't be holding space for anyone else. Mother, father, sister, brother, cousin. I have the strength now to walk away. If you don't treat me how I want to be treated, guess what? I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to FaceTime you. I don't have to come by your house. I don't have to do anything. You will lose your privileges of speaking and hanging out with me. Putting that out in the air. You have to be realistic, right? If you know your mother, if you know your parents, now, if you know your parents feel a certain way about homosexuality, but this where I kind of have a mental thing. I see I started rubbing my head because it's some things I don't remember. I don't understand. How do you carry a child for 9 months, right? 9 months, 10 months, however long you carried your child. And then your child, you birth the child. You almost damn near die bringing the baby into the fucking world. And then you let someone outside of you tell you how to raise your child. I'm not talking about the child's father or the child's biological mother. I mean, the other mother, like, the same sex family. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about like a religion or like your parents, like that's your child. That's your child. That's like for me, I'd be thinking like I don't have kids, but when I spend time with my nieces and nephews, the number one thing I want to do is let them know that they are loved. And at any time, if they want to talk to me about anything, Cam just be talking to me about oatmeal, booba, and PJ Mask all the time. This is all he talk about all the time. And he'd tell me when he's hungry or whatever. And so I just be thinking like, at what point, like I thought to myself, like, at what point was it where I just was like, I'm not going to talk to you? Like, at what point do it be like, you're a child, go sit over there, you don't have feelings, I tell you when you can feel, or like, if you think about all of that, do y'all hear he can repeat he watched Talking Time, I don't know how many times, he can repeat it. But as a child, like, why do we feel the need to tell a child to stay in a child's place when if they're a child and they telling us, hey, so and so did this, or hey, I don't like that mommy, or I don't like that daddy, and then you're forcing them, like, you ever heard your mother or somebody tell you to go and hug so and so or say hi, even something as simple as say hi to so and so, and you have no idea the relationship that your child has with so and so. And that's another thing, right? That's is it- there should be boundaries when it comes to our family members, right? And severely so when it comes to us having children. I don't have children, but I'm including myself because who never knows. Who knows? Maybe one day. But there should be boundaries when it comes to people, especially if you know that people have what's the word I'm looking here? People have pedophile tendencies, or that they give you a weird feeling. So if you know that someone gives you a weird feeling, why would you let your child go around the person that gives you a weird feeling? Like sometimes I be thinking like parents don't even be thinking, they just be doing. That's why I be saying like it be habit, just like, oh, I got a baby, so what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make sure I change it, feed it, make sure they clean, make sure they don't cry, all of those different things, right? But when do you like foster in your child? Like when do you foster independence? Not where your kid is like 9 or 10 and they going home, open the door, they making the food by themselves. But when do you foster independence, the ability for them to express who they are and what they like? So like I be watching these shows where they be like their kids be wearing dresses and or they dress like a boy, or their kids just want to wear rain boots all the time, and people let their kids wear rain boots, and then other people like us will see them with their kids wearing rain boots, and it's like, why is your son? It ain't that hot out here. Your son got a whole snowsuit on, or your daughter got rain boots on, and it's just like they're kids. Kids don't know anything but what we tell them. Like I seen a status on months ago when I was on Facebook. I seen a status where a parent was like, they was talking about the gay agenda, and they was like, it's bad enough that we got to tell our kids that it's wrong. It's referring to gay or homosexuality is wrong. And I just thought to myself, how sad is that? Like, I get, okay, you're a parent and you don't want your child to be gay. Like, that's like the worst thing that could happen to a child or to you is for your child to be gay. I don't even know what that's about. But it's like, what if your child is gay? And people always say, oh, it's the environment they grow up in. But what if the child never grew up in an environment where they saw gay people and they just were gay? Maybe they were born gay. So you doing all of the hate speech towards the homosexuals or telling them that they're wrong and they feel like they're gay. Like they want to tell you that. They want to be open with you and be like, hey, I don't like to play with basketballs and footballs. I would rather do hair or I would rather do nails. And then you're saying all of this hateful shit and now they're like, well, I can't come out to you. Like I know people to this day who cannot come out to their family because of the stigma that their family created around being gay. Like if there were other things that you could be, their family would literally cut them off if they were gay. Mind you, there are other things that you could that I don't see being gay as being worse, but there are other things that you could be, like a murderer, right? A pedophile. Like people love pedophiles. I don't even know. I don't even get it. Like the whole R. Kelly thing, right? I feel like there should have been some emotional, mental, physical boundaries set by the parents. By the parents. But they didn't set those boundaries because you know why? Because it was the like even when you think about people coming out the closet, right? The majority of the time, people aren't really worried about the people that's coming out the closet. They worried about how it's going to make them look. Like, oh my god, my child is gay. Like I didn't even come out, but when I was like, hey y'all, I'm gay, people was like, well, you don't look gay, you don't dress gay, you don't talk gay. They went to all these different things, and I was like, damn, that's what y'all think about gay. Like when people be doing all that hate speech about homosexuality and they find out that I'm gay, and they was like, but you not like the rest of them gay people. What? Do you see how ingrained that shit is? That's why we need to set mental boundaries, because at the end of the day, what we think, like what we all the time, like when I watch May, right? The lady said, I'm not a victim of domestic violence because I was hit. And the lady was like, well, he belittled you, right? And she was like, yeah, he told you wasn't gonna just win all the things that the man said. And I was like, she's like, yeah, that's a violence. It's mental domestic violence. If you take the moment to think about how many times belittled or how many times you've been told you ain't gonna be shit, you're not shit, you ain't gonna be shit, like that's a form of mental abuse. But we only think about it when it comes to physical abuse. That's just like I was talking with my brother because I have fibromyalgia, right? And it used to be worse. It used to be worse when like my early 20s and my 30s because I didn't really know what it was. I wasn't keeping up with like all the the episodes that I wasn't keeping up with. I wasn't really paying attention to them. When I got like 35, it was like, okay, let me focus and figure this stuff out. So like I would be extremely tired, right? And so my brother, my middle brother, Mateo's father, would be like, "Oh, you're just being lazy," and he would say all of these things because that's what we heard. Like if you're sleeping in a bed to like 12, maybe they don't people don't know what time you went to sleep, but if you sleep past 9, it's just like, "Oh, you lazy, you ain't about shit," or whatever. So a couple of years ago, my brother got diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and he was just he was telling me, like, he called me, he was like, "Hey, I'm so sorry because I used to think that you was lazy." But he's like, "I understand what you're talking about when you say you don't have the strength to even get out the bed." And he was like, "The crazy thing is that, like, if you would have said, like, even if you say you have cancer, right, and people see you like start losing your hair, or you talking about you going to chemotherapy or whatever, people will sympathize with you. But if you have something that people can't see, they don't believe you. Like heartbreak, people don't believe you heartbroken because you don't display symptoms of heartbreak. Like people, I didn't display symptoms of being gay. Like I didn't even know I was supposed to display symptoms of being, I mean, not symptoms, but I didn't even know that I was supposed to display. It's like, you don't wear braids, you don't wear baggy clothes. And I was just like, I'm not a stud. I'm just a lesbian. Like I just dress how I want to dress and do what I want to do, but that's me. Some other people, like I know people that put themselves in, I don't like boxes. I don't like boxes. I'm just a woman that loves a woman. I don't believe in organized religion. I know that at the end of the day, every decision that I make them. Like no one influences me to make a decision. I'm not easily influenced. I wake up every morning and look at myself in the mirror. It was like, man, yesterday was a good day or it was a bad day. Or here's what I'm gonna change about today. And when I get ready to go to sleep, I look at myself in the mirror again and say, man, you accomplished a lot today. Tomorrow we're going to do this because I know that I am in control of me. Like people be like, you can't be in control of you. Yes, you can. You know how somebody say, um, they made me mad. They didn't make you mad. You made yourself mad. Nobody can make you feel anything. You are in charge of what you feel, what you think, what you do. It's like, oh, she called my mama a bitch, so I had to beat her up. But if you know your mama a bitch, why are you fighting? Because your mama is a bitch. You know that. You know that. Everybody know that. So you gonna fight because somebody call your mama a bitch? I'm not. You ain't gonna protect your mother. Listen, sometimes parents be getting out of hand too. They do. So you gonna ride for your mom because you got loyalty for your mom, even though she out here in the streets reckless, doing reckless shit. But you got loyalty because that's your mom. Your mama even be reckless to you, and you got loyalty. That's we fight. That's that mental boundary. We don't got that mental boundary set up. You ever think about? I used to think about back in the days when people would be in relationships and their boyfriend or girlfriend jump on them or whatever, and then you run into their rescue, like, let me go over here and save them, and then you don't even think like I put myself in jeopardy for that person, and they probably gonna be back with them by the end of the night, and now I done fought you and we got beef because I came to save my brother or sister. Like I'm all for setting boundaries. I'm all for like, hey bro, you ain't gonna put your hands on my sister, or hey, you ain't gonna put your hands on my brother. I'm all for that, but what I'm not for is people intervening in shit and you know that you're gonna be back with that same person. That's like, be realistic about it, right? Be realistic about setting boundaries. Cause sometimes we be setting boundaries um like somebody was like, if your ex came and wanted to have a conversation, would you have a conversation? I feel entitled to a conversation. I've never used the word entitled in my life, but right now in this case, I feel entitled to a conversation, especially with the revelation that I received this week. I feel entitled to one. I know entitled is a strong word to use, but hey, I was in a relationship with someone for multiple years. I was married to them and they ghosted me. So at the end of the day, so that I can move on, like I literally need to say what I need to say. I've said what I need to say multiple times here, but with this recent revelation, I just need to let you know, like, hey, listen, can you turn it off? Give it here. Give it here. Thank you. At any time, this is what I'm saying. At any time, as an adult, you have the right to make whatever decision you want to make. That's what you have as an adult. You can make the decision to be a fucking liar. You can make the decision to be a cheater. You can make the decision to like not talk to people at all. Those are your options that you have to choose. I'm the type of person that if I'm in a relationship with you, I'm committed to you and only you. It could be 1,000 people around me. Give it here. Oh, it's slob all over it. What? Oh, y'all have really seen Cam show out today, but this is my fault. I will take responsibility for this because I spoiled him. I did that. And now he's going to possibly go to sleep because he's been sleepy all day. He haven't had a nap. I usually make him take naps. Usually I do. But today, we was just chilling today. You see how I just did that? We was just chilling. But again, I'm going to say, as an adult, excuse me, no one can make you feel or do anything that you don't want to do. I know I've said that my ex was easily influenced. She is, because she was easily influenced to tell for people to tell her that I manipulated her. When if you know me, you know that I don't even get down with none of that manipulation, control, and shit. The thing that I said to her was, I want you to be who you are. Whoever you are, whatever you are. Like people ask me all the time, like, hey, do you date studs or do you date this? Because I said last night, I said I'm at the point now where I'm interested in dating. I'm not dating, but I'm interested in it. And so people was like, what's your type? And I was like, I go for the heart. I date people based on the heart. I don't date you based on shit that you can lose. You can lose the way you dress. You can lose the way you can lose your hair. You can lose your breasts. You can lose whatever it is about you. But if your heart is on the inside of you. I love you from the inside out. That's what I love. So if you come to me and you a stud and you got respect and you got everything that I love about people, then of course I will talk to you. If you a femme, I mean, it doesn't, none of that matters to me. None of that. Like, you ever wondered how, like, see people and you be like, why he's so ugly, but he got that? Because it doesn't matter. If you in your 30s and you still dating off of looks, I know people be like, oh, they gotta look fine, but what if if they lose their looks, are you still gonna be there? That's why I don't date for looks. I mean, look at me. I don't date for looks. People probably think I'm ugly. Okay, but guess what? I got a good heart. And my good heart gonna outlast your beauty any day. Any day. That's why I think. If you wanna know how I think that any day a good heart will outlast anything. Boy. You feel better now. Can you get down? You feel better now. Can you get down? We still gonna um I just wanted to say that. I really did want to say, like, if you are in a relationship, let's set these boundaries, right? If you are in a relationship, it is important for you to be honest with the person that you are with. Tell them, use your words and tell them your likes and dislikes. Tell them who you are and what you expect out of the relationship. You should do that. When I was in my previous relationship, I addressed at every stage, at girlfriend, at fiance, at wife. I asked at every stage, because you never know. Some people migrations where they come from a two-parent household where they saw their mother and father fight all the time, or they saw their mother and father really love each other, or they thought that they loved each other, but when they got older they realized that they didn't give a fuck about each other and they only stayed together for the kids. You never know what kind of background people come from, so that's why it's important for you to be honest. Like, I come from a family that loves and talks. That's what that's what family I come from. So when I came into this relationship, I was like, hey, let me know like what your thought is. Like if you want me to be your girlfriend, like what does that entail? Like what it is. And all she was like, or don't lie to me and cheat on me. And now I'm sitting in the place like you don't want me to lie to you and cheat on you, but the entire time you was fucking with me, you was lying and cheating. Yeah. All I have is whatever, all I said is whatever we go through, let's talk about it. Because I'm the type that if I rock with you, I'll rock with you. Like I rock with you. I'm not on that. Oh, you did one thing bad to me, and I'm gonna stop talking to you. No, I fucking rock with you. I understand we are human beings. We all make mistakes. It's the if you make a mistake, are you just gonna ride with that shit? Like, okay, I fucking made a mistake. I hurt you. Okay, or are you gonna be woman or man enough to be like, listen, I didn't mean to hurt you. The situation was what it was, and we could go on for there. But if you just ghost people and never talk to them, now it's like I don't know. I don't hate her. I don't hate her. I do wish the best for her. I wish her success, marriage, happy life, family, kids, businesses, whatever it is that she want. I wish that for her. At the same time, I do feel like I'm entitled to a conversation, and I'm being realistic because the reality of it is I probably would never have that conversation because that would take some growing up. That would take some growing up. Um Again, you are in charge of what you think, you are in charge of what you do. For us to be out here saying, oh, they made me angry, or they said some slick shit, or they did, at the end of the day, you are in charge of that. Like that's why I say if you get rid of the guilt and you get rid of the fear, you will be more in control of what you think and what you do. At the end of the day, if you are still trying to win your parents' approval, your brothers or sisters' approval, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off the cliff right now, and I'm gonna say they don't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck. They probably will never give a fuck. And because they are your siblings, or they're your mother, or they're your father, they will always be that. In case you didn't know that, nobody told you that, they will always be that. In name, they will always be that. You are entitled to go out here and create your own family. If that's what you want to do, you can go out here and create your own family. You don't have to be stuck with the people you were born into. That's just because you was born into them. But you can create. I know you should stop sticking. You. You're welcome. Can you not stick your finger in there again? Because it can hurt really bad. It, yeah, see, he loving it. You no, put that in your mouth because it can hurt you really bad. Okay. Um. Yeah, you gotta be able to set boundaries. Boundaries. I know you probably was like, man, you was all over the place. I got a 3-year old. You ever try to do something with a 3-year old that's spoiled? I think I did pretty good for having a 3-year old that's spoiled, and he was just really definitely going. Definitely going. I just realized like I laughed more. I don't know. I just laugh more now. Like I don't know. I just laugh. Especially because I understand what I just say. Now when you hurt your finger, okay, you gotta stop sticking your finger in there because you're gonna hurt your finger. Um I'm a 5 we all need emotional. That involves people dumping their shit on you. That involves people dismissing your emotions. Cause listen, good for dismissing your emotions. You ever went to talk to your parents? It was like, I feel like you did a fucked up job. You probably didn't say that. I did. But you probably would be like, Mom, I don't feel like you raised me right. Or I don't feel like I prepare like, oh, ooh, I got one. If you grew up in a household and they didn't teach you about credit or bank accounts or, how to save or shit like that, and then you grow up and you be like, oh, I need to teach my kids how to do this. Then you feel like you want to tell your parents, or even if you did feel like your parents fucked you up or they didn't do a good job, guarantee you, if you go talk to your parents, if they are like real life parents that really love you, they'll be like, you know what? I felt you, or they apologize. Or you ever accuse your child of doing something and then you know that they didn't do it, but because you were angry in that moment, like you accuse them of moving something, right? And then you were in anger, you like yelled at them or disciplined them, and then you were like, you found it. Did you ever go back and apologize? Like, have your parents ever apologized to you for the shit that they did? Probably not, because they felt like you didn't do it this time, but you probably did it another time. When you get to a certain age, you got to understand that you can set boundaries with your parents. You can. You can set boundaries with your siblings. You can't. That doesn't mean that you love them any less. That doesn't mean that you hate them. That just means that you are looking out for yourself. Again, tomorrow makes 2 months. 2 months. 2 months before it is 2 years that we have dealt with the global fucking pandemic for 2 fucking years. If you are in a place in your life where you can you stop? Now I got a little parrot over here.
Stop. Stop it.
Cam. Okay. I'm about to put you down and you're gonna cry because I'm about to put you down.
Titi,
Yes.
what is that?
Okay. It's an alien.
Wait. What is that? It's Titi.
Yeah, it's me. If you are surviving a global pandemic, like me, like let me tell you what I said. I literally survived a global fucking pandemic. You think I'm gonna wake up every day and be miserable? You think I'm gonna wake up every day and not be with the person that I love or be doing the thing that I love to do? It's a no for me. It's a no. Oh, get down.
No. I need to jump.
Why are you being like this right now? Okay, I'm about to log off. And we're gonna go watch TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go watch TV. Just me and you, okay?
Okay.
Too excited. Look, made his little day. When I have Bubba over here, he gonna be really bad. He don't like when other people come over here when it's his time. See, he set boundaries. His time and energy. Another thing that people don't like is when you be direct. When you set a boundary and they think that you are being rude to them or you being like you changed. The reality of it is people always say people don't like change, but people do like change because if you ever realize somebody get out of a relationship on Monday at 10 o'clock and by 10:30 they got a new boo and they all over their social media like relationship goes. People like change. What people don't like is to be held accountable for the shit that they do. What people don't like is when you bring your emotions to them and you tell them how their shit made you feel. They don't like that. We don't like to deal with our emotions. That's why people don't like to be alone because they don't want to deal with the shit that they have up in here, up in here. They're so used to just like throwing it in the back of their head and keep on moving. And then we get in situations and it's just like, damn, I fucked up. And then instead of you, we had a conversation the other day, and one of the people in the room was like, sometimes you have to give up. Now, me, in my mind, I was thinking, like, sometimes people give up on shit that they've been wanting their whole fucking life, but they give up on it, and then they go to something that they don't even like right now. You don't even like that. You never wanted that. You had a dream of that happening when you were like younger, but now you older. If you still living off the same dreams you had when you were 14 and you haven't adjusted your dreams, like you haven't like, okay, I can't play basketball now because I'm overweight, or I can't skate because I broke my ankle and now I can't put a lot of pressure. Whatever it is, right? If you haven't adjusted to the thing that you wanted your whole life, say you want to be in love. You wanted somebody to love you to the point where they will listen to the very meaningless conversation that you will have, you know, in your mind, like, I'm not really talking about shit. But if they would look at me with them googly eyes, like, damn, they're not really talking about shit, but they look sexy when they talk. Or not even look sexy, but you are intriguing me. For me, when the person said sometimes you have to give up, I was like, okay. I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. And then some part of me was like, no, that's the fucking problem. People never fight for the things that they want because they go with the whole sometimes you have to give up. Shit, if that's the case, every fucking thing in our fucking lives we should give up. I don't be giving up for shit. Maybe that's my problem because sometimes I don't give up. But at the end of the day, if it's something that I want, I'm going to fight for it. I fought for what was. I fought for that. And at the end of the day, I was just like, you know what? I'm tired of fighting by myself. So if you in a relationship and you feel like you fighting by yourself, use your words. Use your words. Don't ever. I don't care how bad the situation is or how many problems you feel like y'all have. Don't ghost that person, because a lot of times if you look at yourself, you are the cause of a lot of those problems. When my ex left, I looked on the inside of me. I was like, you know what? I did everything that I knew humanly possible to do. Like, I even did shit that I said I would never do. Never do. And I did that shit because I wanted to make sure that they were okay, that they knew that at any moment in this relationship, if you feel uncomfortable, you can come and let me know. I knew that she was uncomfortable with me working with male artists. I've stopped working with male artists. Then she said she was uncomfortable with me working with female artists. So I just stopped working with artists, period. And I just spent all my time with her. Now that I look back at it, it was just like, why did I do that? Because it's a whole nother part to that, y'all. I just said that, but it's a whole nother part to that. I just glanced over it. But then I started to think, like, I'm fighting to be with you and you're fighting over here to be with your ex. And then you leave me for your ex. Too much. That's too much for me. Too much for me. And I'm only able to say these things now because of the revelations that was revealed on this week or weekend. So yeah, you be fighting for shit, and then the people telling you like somebody told me, like somebody that we were close with was like, you know, I didn't know that y'all were dating. I was like, how didn't you know that we were dating? They were living in my house. Like, you came to our house where they were living, but they were there with me. I guess they thought we were roommates. I don't know. I don't got no roommates that's living with me I don't know. It's a no for me. So now I've set boundaries. I set emotional boundaries. You okay? What's happening? It's hurting you?
Yeah.
What's hurting you? Oh my God. It's okay now? Okay.
It hurt?
Yes, that hurts really bad. Um, I set all kinds of boundaries because I just don't. I know, like even the boundary of I'm not ready to date. I know I'm not ready to date. It's not that I'm not over my ex. It's just I have to let go of some things. I have to let go of some things. I have to heal. I have to move past like a lot of stuff. And it's not that I'm not ready to date, because I want to say I am. I'm just know that I'm not. If it happens, it happens. But right now, I'm not out here like, ooh, let me get into a date. No, because let me get into a relationship. Because no, I know I'm not ready. I know I haven't fully closed that chapter, and I think mainly because I haven't talked to her is why I haven't fully closed that chapter. And it's not because I want to be with her or nothing like that. It's just I just have some shit that I really want to say, and I want to say directly to her. Because I said a lot of shit on YouTube and Facebook in response to the things that she put out there. But I feel like we are due for a conversation. And I wouldn't even mind if she wants to come on here, her and her new boo, come on here and we could just resolve whatever. I just need it to be resolved because I'm the type I can't move on if it's unresolved. Because then you're gonna come back and then it's gonna be like I never want to have hatred in my heart towards anybody or anger or be mad or any of those things. At this point, I just need to hear it from the horse's mouth. If that's what it is, that's just what I need to hear. I know she doesn't owe me an explanation. I know that she doesn't owe me. I just feel entitled to a conversation. Like, we should be adults and able to have a conversation, especially since the way she left was wrong. All the shit that happened was wrong. And I just feel like that should happen. I feel like that should happen. But I'm gonna be realistic. I'm gonna put it out here in the universe. Hopefully one day when she grow up, I continue to grow up. It'll happen one day. Again, boundaries are your personal guidelines for how you want people to treat you. And that's why it's important for you to love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, people be out here treating you however they feel like you should be treated. And I don't want you to treat me according to how you treat yourself, because people don't love themselves. Like, do y'all see how many insecure people out here? Like, remember you used to could tell a person no and you didn't lose your life over it? You could you can give a guy your number and he wouldn't feel bad or he wouldn't feel obligated to call it right while you're sitting right there. Like you could give a guy a wrong number, or even if you do give me a real number, you didn't have to think about it. Or if you just out and be like, "Oh, I got somebody," and they be like, "You can't? Can you have friends? You don't want to have friends?" Like nobody can take no for an answer anymore. For me, I be setting boundaries all the time. No, fuck no, hell, motherfucking no. It's a no for me. No, no. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. If I don't want to say it, I'm not going to say it. If I don't want to wear it, I'm not going to wear it. That's just me, though. I think a lot of adults I think a lot more adults should get to that. A lot more adults should stop caring about what other people think. I don't know when this became a trend to do. It's a no for me. You're not gonna see me out here doing the latest trends because I don't give a fuck about that. Like people's like, you don't do all the challenges and shit on your YouTube. I do like food challenges. I do a bunch of challenges, but I'm never gonna do that slapper facts. I'm never gonna do something that causes me to have to put my hands on somebody else. It's a no. Unless, you know. But other than that, it's a no. I don't play with domestic violence in any way, shape, or form. I don't do manipulation. I don't do controlling. Boundaries. I also don't do social media. So if you get in a relationship with me, you can see that I be on YouTube and Twitch and I'm on TikTok. I'm out here on these social media streets. Hey Trish, I'm out here in these social media streets, but what you're not gonna do is if I'm in a relationship with you, you're not gonna ask me 50 million times why this person liked me, why they leave a heart eyes or shit like that. If you use social media in a relationship, you need to sit down somewhere and work on your security because you're not secure within yourself because it's social media. It's social media. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get likes. You're supposed to have people comment and share your stuff. But people use it in a wrong way. See how calm he is? That he's calm. This is calm. People use social media in a way to like, oh, this person likes you or this person. Listen, everybody. This is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna tell y'all. This is a reality. Y'all let me know. Y'all in here. Y'all let me know if this is a reality for you, right? As long as you are a male or a female or whatever you identify as, if someone sees you and they think that you're beautiful, they're more than likely to tell you that you're beautiful. If you are attracted to the opposite sex or the same sex or whoever, if you see a beautiful man and that's what you're attracted to, you're gonna be like, damn, he fine. Or you see a woman, you're gonna be like, damn, she fine. These are realities that happen, right? If somebody think that you are somebody that they will love to have sex with, that's a reality. That's somebody else's reality. People are not going to like, long as you are a human being, right? Someone's gonna find you beautiful. Somebody's gonna want to have sex with you. Somebody's gonna want to marry you. Somebody's want to be in a relationship with you. Somebody might even want to fight you. Somebody might want to cuss you out. These are all realities, right? I have to tell my ex like I'm a beautiful woman, so of course people are gonna look at me and be like, "Damn, she fine," or try to talk to me because that's what they do. That's what you do when you see something beautiful. You try to obtain it. You try to get next to it, something like that. She couldn't comprehend that part. Like, why do all these people find you? Like she used to say, people you gonna have a conversation with somebody and they gonna make you want to leave me. And I'm like, if I have a conversation with somebody and they make me want to leave you, you weren't meant for me to be with anyways. Can you stop? Whoa, you gonna fall?
Yeah.
You gonna fall? Then I'm not gonna be able to catch you. And then what's gonna happen? I just think that sometimes we forget realities. The reality of it is that people, if they like you, they like you. Like I don't know how many times I used to wear my ring even after I was divorced. I haven't worn it now in a long time. Yes. But I used to wear my ring. I know, right? That's what happens when you spoil kids. I used to wear my ring and people would see my ring shining, glistening on my finger, and guess what? They would still be like, I see you got a ring. Is you faithful? I mean, wait. I understand the question of wait. I got it. I got it. Okay. I understand the question because there's a lot of married people that's out here doing some stuff that I get it. But I'm not one of those type that's gonna be like, I'm in a relationship and then I'm gonna be out. Like I told my ex, I don't see the point of me being in a relationship with you and still want to be out in the streets. I probably wouldn't be in a relationship with you. That's just me and my thought process. That'd be a waste of time for me to be spending time with you and still trying to be out in the streets. It's a no. It's like everybody has this idea when it comes to me, like, oh, she out here doing this, she out here doing that. I be right up in this motherfucking house on YouTube, on Twitch, streaming. And if I go out, I go to the grocery store, Target, and that's it. I'm not out here in these streets. I'm not dating multiple people. I wasn't, oh, when I get a divorce, I'm gonna go be out here. Nope. I'm taking time for myself. I'm setting boundaries. I'm realizing the boundaries that I should have set in the beginning. You better stop. You get water all over the place. That's disgusting. It's got slop. Ugh. What the? He's really sleepy. I just know. Oh. This is what happens when you spoil your nieces and nephews. Now watch when I go off this live. When I go off this live, I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do a short and I'm gonna show y'all. He's not gonna be nowhere by me. He's not gonna be. He not even gonna want to sit by me or nothing. If I was to make the camera go black, he'd probably get down and go in the living room. I just want to talk today about boundaries. I kind of think I want to talk about boundaries because I was triggered by a conversation that I had this week. And then it just made me realize, like I be saying, like, people should use your words. And
Candy?
That's not candy. You want to go to the store and get some candy?
Yeah.
Okay, go get your shoes. Yes. Yeah, they in there. Go get your shoes. You don't want to go get your shoes?
Yeah.
Okay, go get them. It's okay. It's the light is on in there. Here, take. Where did the light go? Where did the light go? Trish, I don't know. I don't know if he was here on Friday, but there was a conversation that we had, and somebody was like, their conversation was really triggering for me. And it was only triggering because it kind of mirrored my situation, and it was just like, whatever. Anyways, and I just started thinking about boundaries. Like, you know what? I set so many boundaries, and I went over those boundaries for that individual, and then to be sitting here and have you do everything you did when I did nothing but fucking love you. Definitely. That's why I say I'm not. He really wilding out right now. That's why I say I want to talk about boundaries. So maybe, I overstepped a lot of my own boundaries because I was making sure that somebody else's needs. That's why I said I want to go on a journey of healing and self-discovery, because I was putting someone else's needs above my own. And at this point, tomorrow is November 1st. We are 2 months away from dealing with a global fucking pandemic for 2 years. We are 2 months away from 2022. I don't want you to overstep your boundaries anymore. I don't want you to feel like you're obligated to care for other adults. I don't want you to feel like you're responsible for another adult's inability to hold themselves accountable or responsible. Like, and the funny thing is, he's really not crying. Stop. What happened? I really did a good job. I know you probably like, I don't think you did a good job, bitch. You did a good job. I feel like I did a good job because I was still able to get the 5 boundaries that we all need: emotional, that involves people dismissing your emotions and dumping shit on you; mental, that's the freedom to believe in what you want to believe, your values, having your own fucking opinion. Ooh, that's so important. Time and energy, when you are late or you are not able to do something, make sure that you communicate, you use your fucking words. Energy, if you know when you get ready to walk in a place or be around certain people that shit be off, leave. Leave. That is your body trying to tell you to look out for yourself. Leave. Number 4, material possessions. You let somebody use your fucking car on full and they bring it back and it's on empty. You sure don't want to do that. You sure want to make sure that if you let somebody use your car, you let somebody use your house, you let somebody use anything that is yours. If you use somebody's shit, you should make sure that you return it in the same or in better condition. Like I said, if you let me use your car and it's a half a tank of gas, I'm gonna at least put a half a tank or fill it all the way up. Um, I'm not out here. If I have an accident in your car, I'm gonna make sure I'll tell you I have an accident in your car. I'm not gonna be like that shit was there before you let me use it. No, I had an accident in your car. I'm gonna pay what I can or put it under my insurance or something like that. Physical. That's touch, public displays of affection, uncomfortable comments. A lot of times we let our family shit because they like, oh, that's our family. That's my mama. She don't mean. The reality of it is she does. You know, they used to say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words would never hurt me. The funny thing is that if you break you 10, you break your wrist, guess what? They put a cast on it, boom, your wrist is set back straight, right? But if your mama called you dumb, stupid, said you're gonna be a hoe, you're never gonna be anything, you beat you up all the time. When you start to get older, you're gonna start looking for that. When you're looking for love, what you gonna look for? You're gonna look for somebody who control you, gonna look for somebody who put their hands on you or talk down to you. You see that as a form, not love. That is not love in no way, shape, form, or fashion. That's not love. And you know what? That's the thing where I've come to realize in life, like I said, like I was fighting for something. I was fighting for something and for someone that didn't want to be fought for. Like not one time in the course of us being together, that they feel like they had the option to speak to me, but they said it was hard to speak to me. Like I was thinking about the text and just going back over stuff, like ridding myself. I think I am. Maybe it's just me, or maybe it's not just me. I don't know. But like really rid myself of like all things that was. And for me, in my mind, it's like, okay, this is what I'm committing to. So I'm committing to it. And I don't need anybody else. I don't want anybody else. Like now, people's like, oh, you're not dating because you're not over your ex. No, I'm not dating because I'm not hopping out of a 5-year marriage and hop into another relationship. Does that make sense to you? Does it make sense to be? I've only been divorced. On Saturday will make 6 months I've been divorced. I'm not gonna hop into a relationship right now, like November the 6th. I'm not gonna be like, "Ooh, look at me, y'all. I'm in a relationship." No, I know it's gonna take a good year. I know it's already been a year. It's gonna take another good year because I need to get back to me, like what makes me happy, what makes me sad. I need to get back to those boundaries so I could set them. So the next person to come, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, listen, I ain't riding with that. If you feel like you gotta look me in my face and lie to me, you can go ahead right now. Move away real fast because I'm not tolerating. No, I'm not tolerating it anymore. Especially if I be open and honest with you and all you want to do is lie, it's a no for me. Somebody else, somebody else out here will love your lies. They love lies out here. It's a no for me. I don't want you to lie to me. I want you to tell me the truth. You want some?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm,
No, you don't eat it. So your lips won't be dry. Because you got dry lips.
mm, mhm, mm,
You got to peel this off. It's good. Let me see. It's not dry no more. You good. You want TT to do your hair?
Yeah. No.
I know you don't. Y'all gonna put it in the ponytail? You're not gonna eat these. Yeah, he definitely want these. He think it's candy because they gave him vitamins that look like this, but it's not candy. I mean, it's not vitamins. Are you okay?
Yeah. I got.
I'm not giving you those because you're not gonna eat them. How many in there? No, I'm not opening them.
Um,
It's only two in there. We gotta go get some more.
your mom?
Yeah, we gotta go get some more.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna go get your shoes so we can go? Okay, go get them. Notice how he always look at the camera when he starts to cry because he know exactly what he's doing. Look, he's trying to smile right now. No, can you stop? Can you stop? See, Trish, that's what I be saying. Like I be surrounded by people like they just be like, oh fuck her, fuck him, and then they on to the next person. I just be looking like, damn, how did you get over? How did you get over them that fast? That's the thing I be. Y'all saw you just he hit his own head on the wall just so he can come over here. Cause watch this. What's the matter? Mm-hmm. It's okay. You should just take a nap. You should just take a nap. I be telling them like you didn't even give yourself time to process. Like, let me tell y'all what I realized, what I discovered, right? So I told you I was divorced, right? Well, if you don't know, I'm divorced. I'll be 6 months divorced on Saturday. So I got a divorce and I didn't know that I had to go through the process of grieving. I didn't know that. I didn't know like I had to like mourn the loss of that. So when I was going through the different stages, which is multiple stages of grief, I'm telling you, like if you ever take that time to do that, that's a hell of a journey. You have to be honest with in the journey of life. You have to be honest with yourself. So when what I was realizing was like, I wasn't even mad at her. I wasn't mad. I wasn't angry. To this day, I'm still not mad or angry. The thing I wish would have happened differently is that she would have talked to me because then that would have helped me like understand so that I can like just not be sitting here twiddling my fingers. Like I was twiddling my fingers for a long time because I was like, wait, I don't even understand. Well, I don't know what happened, how we got here, but we was there. And then it was like, you know what? I'm like she not only ghosted me, she deleted me from everything. Like every Twitter, she went to shit I don't even use no more. She deleted me from that. And I was just like, damn, you really wanted to eliminate me out of your life that bad. What? You gonna get down because you're hurting me now. You gonna get down because you're hurting me now. It's just for me. I just want to take the time necessary for me to do what I need to do so that the next person I go into a relationship with, situationship with, it's not gonna be no situation with ship because I'm too fucking old for situationship. The next person I go into a relationship with, it would be a even better, healthier relationship. I'm all about communication. So if you're watching this, if you're thinking about dating me, if you don't know how to use your fucking words and if you are not secure in yourself, I do not want you to come my way because I don't have time for you. Hello, J Car. How are you? Cameron has been acting Cameron hasn't had a nap today. And so Cameron has been acting Cameronish for the entire 2 hours that I've been on live. I spent the majority of the live trying to get Cameron to chill out. Stop it. You're the one doing it. Stop it. Stop it. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Hey, give me a break. Give me a break. Y'all see he gonna be sleeping in a minute. Watch. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. You okay? Okay. Um. Oh, you about to go? Go get your shoes.
A shoe?
You want to go home or you want to stay here? You going home? I didn't even give you that option. Get out of your nose. They see you digging in your nose. They don't want to see that. Ew. Ew. They don't want to see that. They don't want to see you. He really trying to dig in it. Let me see. Let me see. Is something in there? Let me see. Let me see. There's nothing in there. Ew, it's a slob. Okay. But yeah, so it's important that you set boundaries. I realized that I had boundaries, I wasn't enforcing them or being assertive about my boundaries. And that said a lot about oh, that said a lot about how I loved myself. That said a lot about how I love myself. And I didn't realize that said a lot about how I love myself until after I realized I didn't love myself. And now that's what I'm saying. I'm not ready to date. Well, I'm at the point where I'm ready to think about dating, but I'm not ready to date though. I realized that I need some more time with myself. In this entire year, right? I've been able to accomplish so many things. I've been able to oh, are you eating it? That's disgusting. Um I've been able to accomplish a lot of things personally. I've been able to accomplish a lot of things professionally. And I just think about opportunities that I had before that I didn't take because I didn't want the person that I was with. I thought more about them and their feelings than me and myself. So right now, all I have to think about is me. So, yeah. So setting boundaries is important. And listen, if you are in a relationship or you just got out of a relationship, take the time. Next Sunday, I'm gonna give y'all my topic next Friday. I'm gonna give y'all my topic because I don't be like to get my topics out early because people be trying to talk about them. I know they can't talk about them like I can, but it's November. So November we're gonna talk about all positive ways to reinforce your thoughts, reinforce your actions. We're gonna talk about that. If you are in a relationship or you just got out of a relationship, whether you 5 months divorced, 2 months divorced, whatever you is, take the time. Take that time to find yourself, love yourself, be with yourself. Grow. It's too loud. This is what it be like all the time. Grow yourself. It don't wait. Let me take that back. It don't be like that all the time because he usually just be chill. But right now, ouch. Ouch. Look at this. You made me hurt my hand. Yes, you smashed it underneath the table. Look at that. It's ashy now. Ashy? Yeah. Where is it? Leave it. Can you leave it? I got it. I got it. Ouch, you hurt my finger. Yeah. Kids, when they figure out stuff can swing and twist and turn, they be wanting to twist and turn every. Okay, you about to get down. No. Your father actually is coming to pick you up. He's at the door. No. Yes, you're going home. No. Yes, you're going. You could pull that cry move on me today, honey. You going home. You going home because you going home. You want to stay here? No, I want this. You watch this? No. But they seeing you being bad right there. That's exactly what you need to do, J. Carter. That's why I be saying it because nobody tells us, like with the situation with my ex, right? I was like, where's her family? Where's her friends? Where's the people that love her to tell her Where's the people that tell her like, damn, you just got out of a 5-year relationship, you already engaged and having a baby? Yes, I do know about that. I mean, let me tell y'all something else. Let me tell y'all something else that people, I don't know where they think we live at. I live in the United States of America. I live in Wisconsin. I live on Earth. So I was with this woman for a large majority of my life, right? So if every time somebody comes to me or shows me a photo or screenshots the video or suggests that I watch their videos, even regardless of how many times I say, do not send it to me, I don't want to see it, don't tell me about it, anything, people still send it, right? I'm not going to get mad every time somebody send it because I know people are going to send it. Some people send it with malicious intent. Some people send it because they really think that I don't know. The reality of it is I really don't care. As long as she happy, that's all that matters to me. Is as long as she happy. But I had to say that because people be like, I had to say that because people be like, you won't be watching her. I would be watching for what? What I'm gonna watch for? She made the decision to leave me, so I mean, there's no more. We do have to have that conversation. We do. I feel entitled. I don't know. Maybe until the end of this. Today is the end of this month. Maybe the end of the year, I wouldn't feel entitled to that conversation anymore. J Car, can you please come and get your son? Now he gonna go to sleep. I'm trying to tell y'all. I know him. I spoiled him. I'm the reason he liked this. I won't do it again. Too late, because Bubba already spoiled. After Bubba, I'm not doing it again. Hopefully nobody else have kids. Hopefully they just give these kids um the time to be kids and they don't have any more kids. I don't know. Then I'll go have a child. I don't think I am. I don't think I am. But yeah, we have to give ourselves some time. I'm not having kids. That's my brother. J Car is my brother that's in the chat. They definitely gave me the whole speech about how I need to have kids so that they can be uncles, and it's a no for me. Maybe when it's a no for me. Can you It's a no for me. I'm happy with just I've been admitted it. Y'all the one wanted me to have. I'm wanted to have kids when I was 30, but now I'm 40. It's like, oh, I'm grateful I have nieces and nephews that I can get and then drop back off at home. They swear I should have kids. Like they kids ain't already enough. Listen, they kids, I can't get all three of them. I can get all three of them together, but if I don't give all three of them separate attention, J Car has Kira, Bobo, and Cameron, right? They all love me. Now I can't get them all together because Cameron gonna be the worst out of all of them. Cameron, I am going to get you. Get, I'm gonna get you because you about to get down. That's why your daddy is at the door. Go get the door. Okay. You gonna go get the door for real? Mm-hmm. But it's dark in there. I knew he wasn't gonna go. I'm not. I'm not with having kids right now. It's all about me. I'm 6 months divorced. Saturday, 6 months divorced. And I really thought I'm gonna be 100% with y'all. I really thought I was gonna be sad, heartbroken. I don't know if y'all just saw me. Every time I say this now, I'll be smiling. I really thought I was gonna be sad, heartbroken. I think it's the tears that get me every time. I gotta work on this. I gotta work on it, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. Especially with him. I'm working on it. He go get the door. Can you go get it? It's your daddy at the door. No. Oh, he's scared. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. Come on, I'm gonna go with you. Come on, go. Okay. Uh, sorry, y'all. Wait. You about to go home? About to go home? See you later? You don't want to go home? Okay. Yeah, he definitely sleepy. Definitely. You're causing an echo on my channel, sir. Ooh, I'm trying to get this gentleman. That's my brother. He got the echo on my live. Anyways, um I realized a lot about myself. I realized like I was like sheltered. I like stayed in the house because I didn't want to be outside because it's like, look at me. I'm beautiful. Like why wouldn't somebody want to talk to me? And I'm not being facetious or I'm not being cocky. I'm just saying, like, you should look at yourself in the mirror. You should look at yourself in the phone right now and be like, damn, you fine. You should do that to yourself often. A lot of times. Multiple times a day you should do that. But I realize that people don't do that. People don't tell themselves they're beautiful. Like nowadays, people just wake up and take a photo and put 50 million filters on it and put it on Facebook and they determine they're beautiful or handsome by the number of likes they get. I don't give a fuck if I never get a like, a subscriber, a follow, or anything. I'm gonna still in the mirror every day and be like, damn, you fine. And anyone would love to be in a relationship with you. That's just me. Now, I'm not saying that you should do that, but you definitely should do that because that will help your self-esteem. That will boost your self-esteem. That will tell yourself you're smart, you're intelligent, you're creative. Like you should tell yourself these things because if you're waiting to hear those things from somebody else, the likelihood of it happening is like slim to none. Like slim to none. So that's why people say, how come you say those things that you say in your video? Because what if nobody has ever told you that I love you and I believe in you? Guess what? You got one person, Chelle, Midwsthumnbrd, I Chelle, whatever you want to, I am to you. You got me sent telling you that. You have heard it one time or multiple times. If you go watch every video, I end it the same way. The same way. I want you to know that you are loved. I want you to know that somebody in this world, you probably don't know me, probably never seen me a day in your life. You probably will never see me in real life, probably. But I want you to know that I really do love you. And I love, how could you love me and you never seen me? Because the same way people love Jesus and they never seen him. It remains to be seen as a mystery that no one has been able to solve. No, but I love you because you are a human being and you deserve love. You deserve love. You deserve to fucking be happy during a global fucking pandemic. And if you're not happy, why? Why are you not happy? Maybe you don't know that your happiness doesn't lie in someone else. Maybe you realize that your happiness is all inside of you. Like that's where happiness starts. Like people be like, he don't make me happy. No, it's something on the inside of you that is broken where you can't be happy. Because if every time you're depending on him or her or she or them or they to make you happy, you will never truly be happy. 2 months, 2 years of a global fucking pandemic that still there is no end in sight. None. None. First it was get this so you won't get it. Now it's get it and be less. Now it's like we don't even know what the fuck we've been talking about this entire time. But now we're going to mandate this. Now it's going to be like, okay, people right now all across the world is sitting at home, not just NBA players or politicians. Everybody is sitting at home right now. Like last year, we were sitting at home thinking like, okay, damn, how we gonna survive? How we gonna maintain? This year is like, damn, either we get the shot or we putting our family's livelihood in jeopardy. Do you see how life changes every fucking day? So if you're not going with the flow of change and you're just sitting there like, oh, I ain't got to change nothing. I don't have to do nothing. I'm gonna be me. I realize I realize that People who always say, this is me, you just gonna have to like it. Those are people that are afraid of going on the inside of their self and doing that inner work. Because a lot of people be like, it's just me, I be blunt. And the reality of it is you only being blunt with because you don't want people to be blunt with you. You don't want people to tell you how fucked up you are. People be talking to me all the time. Like somebody's like, "Oh, you need to go to therapy because you've been molested." Shit, how many times have I told y'all I go to therapy? I went to therapy. Went to multiple therapies. I talked about therapy. That's how I'm able to talk about therapy and how it helped me because I went. Like people, you will tell a person something and then you be worried that they're gonna tell somebody what you told them. Why the fuck did you tell them then? You set up boundaries. You ever be like, don't tell nobody I said this or don't this gonna go past you. But then in reality of they're human beings. So if somebody that um, get in a situation, then it's like, oh, you know what? Sorry. You probably thinking I'm doing music and I gotta remember to change my Twitch every time. I don't even be thinking to change it. I'm not doing music. I'm sorry. But it probably say that I'm doing music. Let's see if it does. It does say that I'm doing music. I'm not. I changed it. Sorry. Thank you. I have to remember. I have to remember to do that. I keep saying I remember to do it. Some days I remember, some days I don't. Because my Twitch, it has a different setting for what I'm doing. Right now I'm just talking shit. I'm talking a lot of shit. I'm talking shit about people who survived a global fucking pandemic and is still miserable. You shouldn't be miserable and you're surviving a global fucking pandemic. You should be happy. Like if you don't wake up every day and be like, "Damn, I want to do something that makes me what makes me happy." I said this, I'm going to say this, I'm going to keep saying this because I want to deposit in the back of your head. If this was your last week, if your deity, whoever you believe in or you got some news, somebody sent you an email, it's like, "Hey, Friday the 5th is your last day on earth." Guaranteed all the shit that you was thinking about, all the shit that you was worrying about, all that shit would mean nothing because you would spend the next 5 days, mm, 6 days, Saturday. We don't. November 6th is your last day. I didn't give you a time on November 6th, so you're gonna live all the way up to 11:59 on November the 5th. You're gonna live all the way. You live your best fucking life. You're gonna go where you want to go, think what you want to think. You're gonna tell people what you need to tell them. You're gonna do every fucking thing that you needed to do without no hesitation. But now, he left. He took Cam and left. I don't know why. He said he's not comfortable with the lives yet, but he'll get there. He working on it. I be trying to get people to come on live right here because I can invite you on if you want to come on and talk. I can invite you on, but people don't be liking to do that. And you know what? Is it OCJ? OCJ? A lot of people, a lot of people will have that same sentiment. Like when I got COVID, right? I was literally, let me tell you, I was literally like, this is not COVID. I said it was my period. Sorry if you're a male in the room and you don't like to hear anybody that don't like to hear that. I said it was my period. I said it was my fibromyalgia flaring up. I said it was all kinds of things. And then I remember my friend's mother was like, "Don't do that. Just go to the hospital." I went to the hospital. They said COVID. Now all the shit we heard about COVID, I wasn't thinking like I was gonna die or anything like that. I wasn't. That wasn't nothing for me. The first thing I thought was like, "Damn, did I tell everybody what I wanted to tell them? Did I spend enough time with them? Did I say do they know all of that?" And then it was like, wait a fucking, how I'ma die? And I didn't even look. I said I wasn't gonna die, but I was like, the first week, I was like, "Oh, it's just a cold. I'm gonna be good." But that the end of that first week, going into that second week, where I couldn't breathe and I couldn't blink, I couldn't think, I couldn't do nothing. It was like, wait a minute, I might die. Wait a minute. Did I tell everybody? Literally tell everybody I needed to say, like, did I do everything I wanted to do in life? Like, what more can I do? How can I help? I mean, like, shit just became real for me. Like, real, real for me. 3 weeks, I laid in the bed, fucking dying. And all I could, if I get the opportunity to open my mouth and sit in this chair and open my mouth, I'm going to give so much fucking information. I'm going to talk about shit that makes people so uncomfortable because I know in the back of your mind it'll register there, and then you will think like, damn, I really don't like this fucking job. I really do wake up every day and complain about going to this fucking job, but I really want to start my own comic books, or I want to start my own esports team or whatever. You should just do that right now. Trish, that's the thing that positive affirmations is how I have been able to make it to October 31st, 2021. At the beginning of this year, I said I'm not living in anything other than light, love, and positivity. The entire 10 months of 2021, I've been able to live there comfortably living there. Even though there's been several situations, several instances where I could have acted a fucking fool and just totally disrespected myself, disrespected the other people in that situation, but I thought to myself, I don't want to live my life like that. Number one, we're currently surviving a global fucking pandemic. And number two is I am tired of I am tired of all the negativity. I am tired of I'm tired of everything. I'm tired of people not loving themselves. I'm tired of people not feeling loved where they have to kill themselves. I'm tired of parents abusing their kids for to be in relationships with other adults. It's like how do you hurt your baby that you birthed? It was living and growing in you for 9 months. How do you do that? Like how do you let someone else do that? I don't know. I'm just tired of all the hurt and the pain and the negativity. So if I could just be a beacon of light, like just hey, you don't have to live your life like that. Hey, like so I already said tomorrow when I wake up, of course it's Motivation Monday. I got some vlogs that I need to upload tonight, so I'm gonna do that tonight. But tomorrow is Motivation Monday, and every day in November, I'm gonna do a short where it's gonna be a positive affirmation, something that can help you start your day to being positive. Because if you watching my channel and every time you click on my thing, I'm saying, you are beautiful, you are smart, you deserve better, better, better. Love, know, trust, be yourself. All of these things, it will start to take effect for you. Like it'll start to take effect. You will set the boundaries. Like, you know what? If every time you talk to your mother doesn't have anything good to say, there's no positive to say, she's always down talking one of your brothers or sisters or your father or anybody in your family, you will start to think, like, you know what? I don't need that in my ear because now I find myself talking about these people, or I find myself doing the exact, excuse me, I just find myself doing the same thing that my mother is doing. Yeah, that's what I realized. It's like people don't want to do the work. That's why it's so easy for them to leave a relationship at 10 o'clock on a Monday, and by 10:30, they're already in a new relationship and they madly in love with this person. It's like, how did you get over that? That was my thing. Like I've been asking people around me, they be like, oh, I done got over that relationship. I'm sitting over here like, damn, I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. And it's not so much as like I want to be with her, is I'm struggling with the fact like I spent so much of my time and then you threw me away like I was trash. But I got photos and videos and I have memories of us being together, and it was like that wasn't it. So when did I become trash to you where you could just throw me away? Like I don't have that in me where I could be like, oh fuck her. I would never, I don't care if she breathes, smoke, run, walk, I don't care. But people have that. And I know that that's a defense mechanism because we don't be talking about those either, but that's a defense mechanism because then if you actually sat down and thought about the relationship that you was in, like I sat down and I thought about the relationship, I literally thought it was like, damn, I didn't cheat. I didn't even think about cheating. Maybe I did work, not maybe, I did work a lot. That's because I'm ambitious. I have goals, dreams, and aspirations. And I thought we were working together because she had her own business and we were working together with our goals, hopes, dreams, and aspirations. I didn't know like a lot of the shit that I just found out, like I didn't know, and I didn't know it because she never said it. Not that I never asked, because I'm talking to y'all. I be talking to y'all all the time. I ask all the questions, and maybe she just didn't feel comfortable enough to tell me or respond, or she didn't know how to communicate that to me. I don't know. I'm not giving her excuses. I'm just saying maybe she didn't know how to do that. But at the end of the day, it's just like, damn, like you was with me for 5 years. You asked me to marry you. Got on your knee. I said yes. We did the whole little thing, At what point did that not matter to you anymore? Like, I'm cool. Like, I processed all of that shit at the beginning, but right now it's just like, damn, I'm this. Let me tell y'all where at the point I'm at. I'm at the point where I hope that you never do any of that to your new girlfriend. I hope that you never lie to her. I hope that you tell her the truth. I hope that you're able to fully communicate. The things that you were afraid to say to me, I hope that you immediately say them to her. That's not just for me. I hope that's for anybody. Anybody, like, you learn from that relationship, and as you go into your new relationship, I hope that you have changed. That's my whole thing. I hope that you have changed and you see the error of your ways and you move forward. No more lies, no more blaming people like me. Like, I didn't blame her for me. I didn't blame her or myself. I just said, hey, sometimes shit be what it is. I could have been like, damn, it was her because she cheated. But the reality of it is, if that's how she felt, I can't blame her for that's how she felt. But I did have a problem with the way that she said the shit happened. And it was like, no, sweetie, it didn't happen like that. Like, if you gonna leave, just go ahead and leave. You gonna take that L because that's how you left. So you gonna take that L. You gonna own that. You gonna own that L for the rest of your life. You gonna take that. Don't try to pull me down with you, sweetie, because it wasn't none of that. Like, it was problems in our relationship. Tell me where the problems was. Well, that's why I want to have the conversation. Please tell me where the problem was, because you've been putting out so many things out here that I'm trying to figure out. Like, wait a minute, was we in the same relationship? Because I don't know where the fuck that came from. And y'all can tell that I'm a little triggered right now because I am triggered. How you I left this shit alone. Like, I left it alone. I left it alone. It was done. How? How? Like, you moved past me. You moved past me. You got a whole nother thing going on over there. How? How? That's why I'd be like, if you done with somebody, just be done with them. Like, I'm not even concerned about that. For me, it's just like, I just want to know. Oh, see, hey Mo. So, people randomly be popping into my lives, right? And they be talking to me about shit. So the other day there was this individual, they probably in here watching, but there's this individual by the name of Thomas Rain. In case y'all didn't know, I don't hide. I don't say shit. If I'm an adult, I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say, and I can handle the consequences. Anyway, so Thomas Rain came in here, and Thomas Rain was talking about that uh they cheated on their ex-girlfriend and they feel bad they with their new girlfriend, and they thought the grass was greener on the other side. Now I'm triggered because if you know what the fuck happened in my relationship, I'm just sitting over here like, damn, that's some bullshit to like just come in a random person's live and say. And so, me, I asked a bunch of questions, and the questions start going a little bit more, and I guess the person forgot who they were, so they was in here talking, and then I was just like, hmm, triggered even more because they was just like, basically what they said was they felt like the relationship that they were in, that the person wanted them to be masculine. If you're an adult, how do you feel some kind of way and not address the way that you feel? Like, I'm here addressing the fact that I feel like people just be saying reckless shit and doing reckless shit and have no accountability. And I'm here because at one point in time I used to say a bunch of reckless shit, especially if I thought I used to say a bunch of reckless shit. And not reckless to the point where people want to fight me, but just reckless because I don't understand how you do some fucked up shit to me and I'm just supposed to still kiss your ass. It's a no for me. It's a no. I'm not gonna wish death on you or COVID, because COVID could be the worst thing you could wish on somebody. But I'm not gonna wish that on you. I really wish you well. I just don't want you to be out here playing with my name in these streets. Don't do that. I ain't no gangster, but don't push me, because I don't know. I was so triggered, y'all. I was so triggered, and I was trying to keep a straight face, but I was really triggered. And that conversation just kept getting deeper and deeper involved. And I was just like, okay, I'm done with the conversation. I'm done. I'm done. Y'all should go check it out. It was definitely a really good conversation. Mo, I'm gonna call you and tell you about it. It was definitely a good conversation. It was one, like, the crazy thing is I had the conversation with Thomas Rain and I felt like I had just got the conversation that I felt like I was entitled to. If y'all paid attention when I just said I felt and I was entitled to a conversation, I felt that that was a conversation I needed to have. Sucks that it was privately or it was just under another name, but at this point in my life, I'm 41 fucking years old, and if you are insecure and you can't handle life, you definitely don't want to be around me because I can handle life. I done handle some shit where the mere thought of it to you probably would cause you to have a mental breakdown. It's not that for me. I love myself. There's nothing you can tell. You could tell me I'm ugly. I can't sing. My hair is none of that means shit to me. You think that's gonna stop me? I was I was talking to some people like, how do you deal with negative comments? I was like, I don't. What do you mean you don't? Let's see, because I know I'm a YouTuber, right? I know that people hide behind screens like YouTube and Twitch or Facebook. Like people hide and they type what they've been wanting to say their whole life, but they can't say it to your face. They'll type it on the computer. That means shit to me. You're not gonna tell me that in real life. You wouldn't look at me and be like, Chelle, man, you wouldn't say that. Because you would be worried about how I would respond to you. Here, you don't care. You got a fake name. You don't even care what I don't care. Nothing you say or do. You know how many people told me I can't sing in the entire October. I'm gonna continue singing November. I don't care. Clearly, you still come. People still come and watch me sing, even though they feel like I can't sing. That should be a boundary you set. That girl can't sing on her YouTube, so I ain't gonna go on her YouTube on these days at these times because I know she gonna be singing. But I'm gonna go on Sunday because she gonna be talking shit because that's what she do every Sunday, talk shit. I really don't be talking shit. I really just be spitting real facts that people need to understand. If that relationship that you are in is not serving you, walk away. But you're not gonna walk away because you don't want to be alone. And it's cuffing season too. You don't want to be alone. You ready to endure another cuffing season with somebody you really don't even like. Like somebody who's like, yeah, it's dinner and convo. I think for November, I'm gonna just call it nurturing conversations. I mean, because it's Sunday night dinner and convo, nurturing conversations around the topic. Like I used all of October to figure out content that I'm gonna release, what kind of content and I'm gonna release, and think I got a handle on it. I know lives is it definitely crack whenever I go live. Um, but I'm using the platforms that I have to talk about shit that I wish people would have talked to me about. That's what I'm wishing. Oh, and you know what, Trish? I realized that it attracts good and bad. It attracts good and bad. Sometimes confidence attracts people that feel like they can break you, and I don't even know why people be feeling like they need to break other people. I don't know. That's the weirdest shit I've ever heard. So I had somebody say to me like, "Oh, you really think you the shit, huh?" No, I don't think I'm the shit. I kind of know I'm the shit, but I mean, I'm not one of those people that be like, "Yeah, look at me, I'm fine. I know I'm beautiful. I will always say that I know that I'm beautiful. There's nothing you could do to change that, but." People would definitely seek you out to try to break you. And then they only break you because they're dealing with low self-esteem. We should talk about that. Hold on, let me write that down. I be coming up with a lot of these topics. I be oh, hold on. Sorry. In these conversations. I purposely mention Thomas Rain. So if they decide they want to come back, I purposely mention you. If you're sitting here watching, I purposely mention you because you triggered me. And not only did you trigger me, you intrigued me. Your conversation, you cheated on your ex. You lied to your ex. You lied. You were manipulative. And then you cheated on her to go to someone new. And then you told the new girl how you felt and what you thought, and then you felt bad that you cheated and lied to your ex. That's a lot. I wish Ray was in here because Ray was really like, I'm confused. I was confused too, but I'm not confused no more. I'm definitely, I am definitely on the road to greater, better, greater, whatever. In this process, I'm gonna tell you what I realized. Marriage definitely isn't for me. It was for me. It was. It was something that I committed a lot of time, energy, effort, mental, physical, emotional. I committed a lot to that. And then I'm saying right now it's not for me, but who knows? Maybe 4, 5 years down the line, all of this is definitely processed its way through my system, and then I'll be ready for it again. Hi, vlogging with Ivy. But right now, it's a no, and it's mainly a no because um, like somebody's like, "Oh, you should start dating," and I was like, "Who the fuck am I gonna date? Who am I gonna date? Like, I'm not somebody you could easily like manipulate into thinking like I'm not I'm not easily controlled. I mean, I like to talk. I like to share my emotions. I'm ambitious. I have multiple jobs, or not jobs. Let me say, I have a career and multiple facets of that career. I am independent. I pay my own bills. I have my own car. I do. Who am I going to date? Like I seriously been thinking about that. Who am I going to date? I've had people that's trying to holler at me because it's like, oh, I can make your life better. If you haven't watched my live, I am gay. There's nothing that I don't know why people be feeling like a utensil can make me change the way that I am. It's a no for me. I've been gay for 41 years. I'm just not interested in changing that. People been talking to me about it's you'd be surprised that when people find out that you're single, people really come out the woodworks. When I say people, I mean male, female, tall, short, BBW, skinny. I mean people come out of the woodworks and they be ready to lose it all. Even some of the married people, some married people, some people that's been in committed relationships, and I just be looking like, I hope you know I'm not about to talk to you. Like I just got cheated on in my previous marriage. You think I'm gonna talk to a cheater? It's a no for me. It's a no for me. Stay from cheaters. I stay far away from people that can't tell the truth. Tonight's conversation was based on boundaries, setting boundaries. Hello, Renee. Long time no see. I'm glad to see you. We're talking about boundaries. 5 boundaries that we all need. Emotional boundaries. That's not allowing people to dump shit on you. Not allowing people to dismiss your emotions. Mental boundaries, where having the ability to think for yourself, having your own morals, values, and beliefs, and then being able to express your own opinion. Time and energy boundaries, where you're giving people your time and your energy. Material boundaries, whether you have a car, a house, a home, a pen, a phone, clothes, whatever you're giving to someone else. And physical boundaries, that's touch. Comments people say, understanding that boundaries are your personal guidelines to how you want other people to treat you. We talked about walking away. If people don't respect you and who you are or your boundaries, then you have to be realistic. You have to be able to walk away from people at times. And you are in charge of you. You are in charge of the things that you say and the things that you do. No one can make you feel any kind of way. No one. I know people might say that all the time. Nobody can make you angry, sad, upset. Nobody can do that. It's all up in you. It's all you, how you respond, everything. Renee, I'm so happy that you came here because I really missed you. Renee is someone like at the beginning, was it the beginning of this year, Renee? I really felt compelled. Like I do YouTube. Let me tell you, I do YouTube. I do Twitch because I wanted to get back into making music. And I do YouTube because I was on this YouTube with someone else. We broke up. She divorced me, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, if I continue to do it, we had built a following or whatever. And I was like, if I'm going to continue to do it, I'm going to do it from a place for me. Like, I wish people would have said the shits I'm saying right now, setting boundaries and enforcing your boundaries and standing 10 toes down on your boundaries. I wish somebody would have said that shit to me. Um, because I probably wouldn't have been in the situation that I was in. Maybe, maybe not. But if you hear these things, right? If you hear these things, you might be more inclined. Like if I be saying all the time, like if you wake up every fucking morning and you complain about your fucking job, why do you go to the job? Have you ever asked yourself that question? I hate this fucking job. I hate the way my boss talked to me. I hate that I be working all these fucking hours, but I still get minimum wage. I hate all of that. Why do you still go to that fucking job? I know you probably thinking like, but who gonna pay how my rent gonna get paid? How I'm gonna eat? You don't have anything saved up? Like you didn't learn from 2020? Like, I don't know if y'all been paying attention, right? But there is a mandate. I'm gonna keep saying this because maybe I don't know. They probably take my I don't know what they do, but there is a mandate where people have to get the pokey poke, or they could lose their jobs. Last year was you had to stay at home where you was an essential worker. Now it's you have to get a pokey poke, or you could lose your jobs. I be wondering, like, is people talking about this shit with their family, or is they just like, oh, I need this job, so let me go get this money? Because you do know, like, at the beginning when all of this shit first happened, right? They was like, now I'm not gonna tell you to get it or not get it. You are a grown fucking person. You make your own fucking decisions. As if you don't get anything else from out of anything that I say tonight, you are a fucking adult. You make your own fucking decisions. But you have to factor in how your decision will change the lives of everybody associated with you. That's all I want to say about that. But you have at the beginning it was like, oh, get this, and then you won't get this, get poked, you won't get this, and then it was like, oh, you get poked and less than this, and now it's just like, hey, we don't fucking know, but we just feel like this will help if you do that. Then it's got people giving it to their kids. It's a no for me. I People haven't researched you. This what I say, right? Like this is why I'm gonna equate this to when I get into a relationship, right? When I get into a relationship or anything, not just a relationship like a woman to woman relationship, when I get into a business relationship, I look at the person that I'm potentially going to get in a relationship in. At their work ethic. If we're talking to business, I look at their work ethic. I look at the reviews that other people have had of that business, of their work. I look at all of that. And if I'm getting in a relationship, I look at you, I look at your previous relationships, look at your thought process, I look at how you treat yourself, I look at how you treat the people around you. That's just me. I personally feel like everybody should do that. Like most people be like, "Oh, he fine or she fine," but you don't even know that they a booger wolf once they go in the house and turn them lights off. They're a whole different person. Because we be portraying one thing on the internet. I'm gonna tell y'all this. The same thing y'all see me right here. If you met me in person, you'd be like, damn, she the same person that she is on YouTube. Because that's me. You don't see no filters. I don't put none of that stuff on for y'all because I don't want to be fake. This one thing about me, I'm gonna be real to the day I fucking die, and I'm still be real. Even after life and then after life. I'm, I'm still be me. But I just realized that people don't have that. They don't have the confidence in themselves. They don't have the belief in themselves. They don't have that. I remember we was talking to Renee, and I remember she stated the things that the person was saying to her, and I was like, "You are better than that." Of course, if I don't want you to leave me, I'm gonna tell you all kinds of shit. And if I've been telling you this shit for so long, it's gonna deposit in the back of your mind. Like that's the main reason why people still talk to their family members. Your cousin fucked your baby daddy, your baby mama, and you still talk to her. Like that's cool, but that's my cousin. She gonna always be your cousin. But guess what? She crossed over a boundary. He crossed over a boundary. So you should go ahead and enforce that boundary. They're not off limits. Family's not off limits for boundaries. Your mama sometimes you could throw a boundary on her too. If she call you every time your little brother be doing something dumb or stupid, and she's like, "Oh, he's so dumb. She's so stupid. They ain't gonna never get it." You should immediately hang up. Hey, I don't want to hear that. Hang it up. If you don't got nothing positive to say, hang it up. That's how I be doing. People be talking. I be like, okay, okay. Like people be calling me about my ex. Like, okay, you do remember I said I didn't want to hear anything about it. You do remember I said I don't want to see pictures or anything like that. Like I don't she's in a better place, I'm in a better place, we good. But I understand because they don't get like how people were able to move on. They don't get like, I thought y'all was so happy. It's a whole bunch of things. Like that's the thing where I say if you're an adult, you make a fucking decision, but you got to think about like most people just think about the decision. Do I want to be with this person? Yes or no? That's it. You don't think about do I want to be with this person? How is it people like if you're a mother, right? If you are a mother or you're a father and you have kids, do you even take the time to consider how your child will feel if you are in another relationship with somebody else? I don't think you do that. Like, I think people just be like, oh, I don't want to be alone, or oh, I just need somebody to knock my walls in, or I need somebody to gok 3,000, whatever that is. But we don't even think about the other people. So now you done brought this person in your house, and now they either beating your kids or touching your kids, or they don't even want you to fucking have your kids. They don't even want you to be around your kids. And now you drop your kids off at your grandma's house or whoever house, and now you just going off with whoever it is. Like we don't think about shit like that because we be so in tune with ourselves. We don't even be in tune with ourselves. We just don't want to be alone. So because I don't want to be alone and this man don't really like my kids, and I would rather my kids go over there with my mama because I know she gonna take care of them. They're your kids, but you know, take them over there to your mama so you could take care of them. Or like for me, it's like I would never, if I was a parent, and I know you're probably saying, but you're not a parent, so you don't know what it's like. But I'll tell you this: if I am a parent, I will not put any other adult over my kids. I will not be in a relationship with somebody if they tell me they don't want my kid. Because I think if you're a parent, like if a woman with kids to come and try to talk to me, the first thing I'm gonna do is like, listen, I'm not trying to like, I don't want you to neglect your kids because of me. I don't want you to like push them off on nobody else. These are your kids, and if we're going to date, eventually they will, you know, I will be around, so I would, but I'm not gonna tell you to push them off on nobody. And I'm not gonna be trying to say, hey, introduce me to your kids. I'm not gonna do that because I know they're kids. They probably are used to seeing their two parents, or they're probably used to one way, and then you just throwing them into another situation and you wonder why the kids fucking acting out. That's why they acting out. You don't even think about we don't even think about that. We don't think about kids because they're kids. We don't even think about like if you cheat on somebody, right? You're not thinking about how that's gonna fucking hurt the person you cheating on. You're not thinking about that. And then if you cheated and then the person that you cheated on be like, oh, I'm fucking done with you or whatever, then you go and be with the person that you cheated with. Like you knew exactly what the fuck you was doing. That's why you're there. So, see, that's why you're there. That's why you're there. And then for me, it's like when people cheat and be like, well, you didn't do this and you didn't do that. But if we never had a conversation about us doing anything, again, I want to say that you're selfish. And a lot of times people are selfish. A lot of times people just feel like you should know. People be like, oh, you're in a marriage, so you just should know what I think or how I think. No, I don't. And especially me. If y'all see me, I be asking y'all questions. I ask everybody fucking questions. I get a lot of questions can be overwhelming at times. Kinda. I get it. Maybe you're not used to people asking you why or asking you why you did that. And most people be like, "Oh, that's too much. You asking me so much." No, somebody should ask you why you cheated. Somebody should ask you that. But most time when people be like, "Why you cheat?" Is or she didn't, or he didn't, or they didn't, and then it's not you just cheated because you want to fucking cheat. You just wanted to. That's what you wanted to do. You cheated because you wanted to cheat. You're not gonna say that. You're gonna say that person didn't kiss me, lick me, touch me, dress, talk, walk. They didn't do that for me. So this person did it, and now I'm over here with them. You're broken. We're broken. And that's why it's important for us to set boundaries because sometimes boundaries are the only way that we can be healed. The only way that we can allow the light and love and positivity in our life for us to be healed. We're broken. If we were to be totally honest, it is a lot of broken adults out here who had fucked up childhoods and are now raising other kids with the hopes of, I hope that you are not raising up other fucked up human beings. I really hope. I really hope that you see like your parents beating you or calling you dumb, stupid, and retarded and not hugging you or kissing you, like how that affected you. And then you would look at that and be like, you know what? I'm going to hug my child. I'm going to tell my child that I love them. I'm not going to yell at them to, like, you ever yelled at your child to tie your shoe, but never thought that you never showed your child how to tie a shoe? Did you ever think about that? If you yell at your child for not making up their bed, have you ever thought that who's going to fucking show them how to make up a bed? You, if you never showed them, how do they know how to make up a bed? And then this is a classic parent thing. I don't have kids, but this is a classic thing I be hearing parents say. You know all the song lyrics to that song, but you don't know your ABCs. And that's because who's teaching them the ABCs? You'll let them listen to the song in the car. They hear the song in the car, they hear the song in the house. But how many times are you pressing pause out of your busy life to say, let me sit down and make sure my baby know his or her ABCs, or they know how to tie their shoe, or they know how to get themselves dressed, or they know how to go to the bathroom. Like, when do we do that? But then we think we want them to stay in the child's place, and then we think like they are adults. Like we think that they think like us. They don't. They're very intelligent, but they don't think like us. They don't have our minds. So then people be like, why do you always be talking about kids and you don't have kids? Because I was a child. I was a child. I was a child who was taken advantage of by older people, and mainly because I was one of the kids that was silent. Wasn't talking. I wasn't. People thought I was just like a loner or a geek or whatever. So it was like, oh, she not gonna tell nobody if shit happened to her. She's not gonna tell anybody. And I thought I wore silence. I could say this now. It's emotional. Um, I wore silence as a badge of honor. Like it was like, oh yeah, I'm silent. I don't have to talk about shit because but now as a 41-year-old woman is like I feel like being silent hurt me. And it not only hurt me, it hurt a lot of people because I could have been more vocal and said shit. And I could have been more vocal. I say that, but the reality of it is I don't know how much louder I could have been because I was loud as fuck. Like when I say I was loud as fuck, I was loud as fuck. I made sure when I said what I said, people heard me. It's just people just don't care. And it's sad to say we live in a society where people don't care because we watch every day on the news. I don't know if you watch the news. You don't even gotta you know what, we don't even gotta watch the news nowadays. You could scroll up on Facebook and you're gonna see mother leaves kids in the apartment to go live with her boyfriend and her kids is malnourished, but her and her boyfriend eating steak and he got on jury and talking about how high they you see that every day. The young woman doesn't want to be with the young man, so he kills himself, he kills her, kills himself, or people that randomly wouldn't do shit and they found in situations that it's like, no, they would never do that. Or mothers giving their babies. How many times have you did this? If you're a parent, how many times you did this? Your baby was a little, so you got them a little Tylenol, a little NyQuil or something to put them to sleep. Do you know what you're doing to your child? I'm gonna let you sit with that for a minute. You know what you're doing to your child. You know, you probably like my mama did this to me, but you know what you're doing to your child. You're introducing uh uh what is it called, medical things into your child's system. I remember like when I was younger, my first time drinking beer. I haven't drunk beer since I was like 4. I think I was like 4 or 5 and I drank a Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. Like they was like, "Hey, come dance," and I came and danced. And then they give you, I don't know why people feel like it's okay to give you like a little alcohol, a little beer. It ain't gonna hurt them, they kids. And then I started to think about all the shit that I went through in my life. It's like the one thing at least I didn't drink no beer. Shit, I'm drinking moonshine, glow slogger. I'm thinking like shit with no chaser. And I'm just thinking like, well, at least I wasn't drinking beer. No, I shouldn't have been drinking in the first place. It's we introduce these things to people. We introduce like when you think about love, right? If right now you sitting there, when you think about love, do you get that warm, fuzzy feeling? Do you get that like, damn, like that feeling, or do you be like, damn, uh, my mama used to beat me all the time and she told me that she loved me, or my uncle P said he loved me, but he used to make me do things that. When you think about love, what do you think about? I said I was gonna do this if I'm gonna do this. Like if you never hear my voice again, I want you to know that you are loved. I believe in you. Um, it's important for you to love your fucking self. If nobody ever tell you how beautiful you are, look yourself in the fucking mirror and tell yourself that every day. If you really want to do something, go get a marker and write it on your fucking mirror every day. Look at it because you're gonna be brushing your teeth looking at that shit, and then you're gonna unconsciously read it. You're gonna be reading like, I am beautiful, I am handsome, I am worthy, I am, and then next thing you know, you're just gonna start believing that shit. Somebody gonna tell you ugly, so and oh, that'd be my killer words. When people be saying shit to me, I'd be like, so and are you just salty because your wife left you for somebody else and she happy? I said, no, I'm actually happy for her. What the fuck you when I say I'm happy for her, it always happens every time. I kid you not. When I say I am happy for her, they be like, what the fuck you mean you happy? She cheated on you, she did all this. And it's like, what am I hold on to that for? Like I have a whole life. Like my life didn't stop when she left. My life actually, my life is what it is. It didn't stop when she left. It continued on. Well, shit. And then they always go, well, shit, if that was me, I'll be ready to fight. I'll be ready to do it. That's the difference between me and you. I want her to be happy. I want her to live her best fucking life. I don't even just want her. I want the person that she with. I want their relationship to be grow over leaps and bounds. I want that for them. I want the both of them to be happy. Shit, we are all surviving a global fucking pandemic. Who's sitting around here wanting people to do bad? I could have died in fucking September. I went back and watched the last video that I created before I went downhill with COVID, and I get emotional every time I fucking watch it because I'm just thinking like, damn, that could have been my last time. You gotta do that. You gotta do when I'm telling you, like it's unconscious. You know, like if your kids go out to school, right? You tell them have a good day. You tell them um how beautiful they are. If you tell your kids that when they go out to school, or if they hear that at home, because I don't care what people say. I'm gonna say this right. I don't care what people say. If your household environment, if you are being shown love, if you are being told how important you are, if you are being told, if you are given all the love and affection in your household, it don't matter what the fuck happened outside your house, you're gonna be strong. But the thing of it is so much shit happen inside our households. Our parents is beating us, our brothers and sisters is beating us. We just downtrodden in the household, and then we go out here hoping for the smidget of love and appreciation. And then some grown ass person, male or females, because females be out here doing on pedophile shit too, they start paying attention to us. Now we gravitate to that thinking that that is love. That is not fucking love. But in our minds, it's love. They're paying attention to us. What do we define love as? Attention. We define love as somebody touching us all the time. Like that's not love though. I mean, I know people be like, "Oh, you should do that," but the reality of it is if our households was solid, then we will have all of those things. We would know like we are beautiful. We would know like we wouldn't have to dress our kids up and all of this name brand shit only for the next for them to go to school and the next person to be mad at them and now they beating them up and taking the shoes and now you want to whoop your kid because they didn't let somebody take the shoes. They didn't even ask to wear the fucking Jordans in the first place. They wanted the little light up dinosaur shoes. But you thinking about yourself and how people gonna look at you when they look at their kids, how they gonna think about you. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot that be going on, especially in my mind. So I don't know if it be going on in y'all mind, but it's a lot. That's why I be thinking about boundaries. You have to set boundaries when you go to work. You have to set boundaries when you go to fucking church. You have to, why did I say fucking in front of church? You have to set boundaries when you're in a relationship. You have to set boundaries with your families. You have to set fucking boundaries with yourself. If you are somebody that's trying to lose weight, right? Like I was trying to do keto. That shit didn't work for me. The thing that I realized that worked for me was juicing and working out every day. So I only worked out like 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks in October. It's because I'm adjusting. I'm getting back. November I'm going full force. But what I realized is that I was the problem. I couldn't complete keto because I was like, it makes no sense for me. Like I can't eat the regular thing, but if I eat keto friendly thing, it's a no for me. I don't want you to replace. I need either you take it all away or I need an alternative. So then I started doing juicing and then I started feeling better. I started having more energy. I started looking I started looking good, and then I was just like, when I would think about my connection with eating, and it was just like, yeah, I don't want to eat. Why do I even eat anyways? I didn't eat for 3 weeks when I had COVID. I didn't eat at all. I could barely get water or stuff down, but I could drink cranberry juice. I love cranberry juice now. I could drink cranberry juice, but I couldn't even get water down. I don't know what it was about the cranberry juice, but it helped me. But I said all that to say this, right? It is so important for you to set boundaries. There's 5 boundaries that everyone needs. And if you have never thought about this, if you have never felt this, you have never heard this, please pay close attention. Please pay close attention. 5 boundaries. There is emotional, that involves people dumping shit on you, that involves people dismissing your emotions. You need to stand on these boundaries. There's mental, that's the freedom to think and be and believe and express who the fuck you are. That's you. That's you. Everything about you, that's you. There is time and energy. If you are telling people you're going to come somewhere, you're telling people you're going to do some shit, whatever you do, if you go in a room and that energy feel off, walk out the fucking room. Don't just be like, okay, I'm gonna make it to the other side of the room, because you might not make it to the other side of the room. Number 4 is material things: your computer, your camera, your lights, your car, whatever. And then number 5 is physical. That's the touch, the public display of affection, people inappropriate. You got to set boundaries. And like I said, I'm going to say it again. You have to set it in the workspace, in the church space, in your home, in your family, in your relationships. You have to set boundaries. You could be in a relationship and still have boundaries, because as sometimes people be crossing over boundaries all the time. All the time. I was in my previous relationship. I was like, you know what? I don't like the word stupid. So if you have to use the word stupid to refer to me, I don't think we should be having a conversation. That conversation is not one I want to have. At the beginning, she couldn't understand it. Like, I'm able to communicate every fucking feeling that I have. But again, that's me. I know not everybody is in the space where they can do that. I would like to encourage you to do that, because then you will see how better your life can be. If somebody do some fucked up shit to you, you don't just be like, oh, well, that's my mama, or that's my brother, or that's my cousin. You don't just eat that shit. No, you did some fucked up shit to me. You hold those people accountable. When you start holding people accountable and they realize like you ain't gonna take no shit, guess what they gonna start doing? They gonna start respecting you. Why? Because they know that you ain't gonna, if you the person that people run to all the time when they doing gossip, when they gossiping about somebody, what does that say about you? You probably never thought about that, because you probably like, oh, these my friends, they be telling me everything. You right. They be telling you shit because they know that you gonna tell them the shit that they need to know, and then they gonna call the other person. So you told so and so. When do we stop being garbage trucks or garbage landfills? When do we start being landfills? When do we start looking after ourselves? Looking after ourselves. That's sort of the reason why, like, I was in situations where I heard someone reference her as that. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to use stupid. And I would ask you. All I can do is ask you not to use it. I'm not trying to tell you to change your vocabulary so you don't. I said, all I can do is ask you, because that's a word. I can see how you respond when that word is said. You know how I respond when that word is said. For me, and now today, I don't care if you say I'm stupid. I mean, I know I'm not stupid. I know I'm not. Not just because I have a bachelor's degree, and not because I have all of these different certifications behind my name. It's just the fact that you're only calling me stupid because something in you, you're being defensive right now. So that's the only thing you got to call me stupid. The only thing people have is, oh, you got cheated on. You don't have nothing else. There's nothing else you can say. Oh, you got molested. The entire world knows that I got molested. There's nothing you could say that's gonna be like, damn, your wife left you. So, and your mother neglected you. So, and these are all things that I have processed. I'm currently processing. Like I'm over that point. Like, you gotta, I don't even know what you could say that'd be like, ooh, so, and you only got 100 YouTube subscribers. So, and you only have 5 people in your life when you go live. So, and like I'm telling you, if you somebody say some shit to you and you just be like, so and it's gonna make that person so mad because they was waiting. They and people in their mind, they already like, oh, I'm gonna say this, and they gonna feel some kind of way, and then it's gonna get into a hole. We gotta throw these fists because I'll be knowing when people come. You already know if you pay attention to people. You already know when they come to you, the tone, the way they walk, the way they look, all of that it tells you. So now I just be looking like so and like I really told somebody like they sent me a they sent me a photo of my ex-wife and her current wife doing the slap and fax things, right? I didn't ask for it. They sent it to me. They was like, "Have y'all ever played this game?" And I was like, "Fuck no." And they was like, "Oh, was she doing a lot?" I was like, "Hey, I don't really care. I don't even." As soon as I saw the picture, I deleted it. And it's like, "Did you get the picture?" Yes, I did. Did y'all ever play that? No, we did not. No, we did not. Will I play it? No, I will not. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck how much I'm in love with you. No, it's a no for me. Because for me, just me, it's a form of domestic violence for me. I don't do that play. I don't do that play fighting. I don't do any of that because I know me and it's a no for me. So am I gonna get mad every time somebody sees something with my somebody? So I publicly said on YouTube and I publicly said on Facebook where I thought, a lot of people are. So I said that. But then when I go out into different occasions, different events, especially these networking events, boy. Because I was with her when I was with these networking events. And there's like, oh, how's your wife? And I'm just like, oh, well, currently going through a divorce is what I say. And I say that with the event that people won't keep asking me, but people still ask because they was like, but you guys look so happy. And it's always that. And I'm just like, well, it is what it is. I'm divorced. No, I never would have thought I would have smiled when I said I'm divorced, but I'm divorced. I'm divorced. And I'm owning that shit. Like it's not owning me. It's not like, oh, you divorced and nobody gonna find you beautiful or nobody. Do I do I look like it's a no for me? Cause I'm sitting here like, hey, that was her decision. I couldn't take that away from her. I can't say, oh, she dumb, she's stupid for making that decision. She'll never find nobody better than me. Clearly, she already did. Clearly. Clearly. But at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying. I light, love, and positivity. That's where I'm at. I'm make sure that anytime anybody sends me anything, oh, that's what I was about to say. I realize that a lot of people still don't know that we're not together, which is strange. She got a whole YouTube channel with her new boo, and people still be like, wait a minute, I thought so when a lot of times, so you got the people that's being malicious that's sending it because it's like, damn, guess you feel like shit. No. And these people actually say this shit to me, and then I don't text back, I call. I want you to see my face when I say what the fuck I say. Anyways, then you got the people that really don't know, they don't get it, they don't understand. And then you got the people that's just like, what the fuck is going on? And all these things. So that's why I say you have to think about the decisions that you make because I didn't know that I was gonna be answering these fucking questions. I don't even think half of the people are able to talk to her to ask her the fucking questions. So who gets all the questions? Me. I get all the questions. So I'm over here answering questions that I don't even know the fucking answer to. Well, how you don't know? How, I don't know. I just know I woke up one day, I was kicking it with my boo. I thought everything was gonna be good, and she was like, "Hey, I'm taking my shit over to a photography studio," and never saw her again after that. Never fucking saw her again after that. Had she not called or texted me, I would have never knew where she was or if she was alive or nothing. But she called and she texted me, so that's how I knew wherever she was, whatever she was doing, she was good. I mean, it wasn't no let me explain what happened. It wasn't nothing. It was just like I was the reason for her whole entire life being fucked up. And it was like, I just miss you. But I mean, hey, I'm not one, I've never been one to blame somebody else for why shit happened to me. That's just me though. Especially being an adult and I make decisions like I made the decision. Somebody proposed to me and I made the decision to marry them because I was in love with them. That was the decision I made. When they decided to cheat on me and leave, I wasn't just like, oh fuck them. I wasn't. It took me a minute to get to that point to realize, like I had just dealt with the fact that um I had just scored a fucking documentary. I had just celebrated my birthday. You was just right there. We was all everything was shit was all just good 2 days ago. Or that's what it was being portrayed. And then it was just like ghost and nothing. And then it was divorce papers. And then it was divorce court during COVID where we didn't even have to see. I'm gonna tell you, the universe set this shit up so good. I didn't even have to see her. All we did was talk on the phone. Yes, no, yes, no, yes. Submit our papers and boom, we was done. It was done. It was over with. Then I had to process. I told you I had to go through the stages of grief. Grief is crazy. Nobody ever told you grief is definitely crazy. And you should definitely go through the process because it definitely helps you to heal. It definitely helps you to let go and move forward and grow. Grief does that. And I'm so grateful for this journey of healing and self discovery. I'm grateful. I'm actually pretty grateful um, to her for leaving me. People say, what the fuck does that mean? I'm grateful that she left me. Um, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the fact that I can sit here and still be on YouTube and people still come and hang out with me. Like Renee, you've been here, Trish, y'all been here even after. Like I didn't know. I didn't know what the future held for me on YouTube. I didn't know. I really didn't know. I was like, now one time I was like, damn, what is YouTube going down? I never thought about that. I was like, okay, how am I going to elevate this channel? Is what I thought. And I thought to myself, I was like, you know how I'm gonna fucking elevate this channel? I'm gonna talk about shit that people don't want to talk about. I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna show you every fucking thing. Why? Because we sit in our comfort zones. We sit in our comfort zones thinking that somebody else, a God, a deity, our baby daddy, baby mama, girlfriend, boyfriend, our mama, daddy, we think that somebody else is going to get us to that point where we need to be, not realizing that we can only get there if we get ourselves there. So if I come to you and tell you like, hey, got molested when I was like from 8 until 20 something. People like, how do you 20 something? I'm telling you, if you ever heard of a cult or anything like that, I'm gonna do a story time about that in the coming weeks or whatever. But it didn't break me. It didn't break me. It showed me how strong I am. It showed me how I can overcome the very thing that was meant to take me out, but I was able to overcome that. I got through that. I could have gave up and be like, man, nobody will ever love me. But y'all see, I got married. Yes, we are divorced. Yes, she cheated on me, but I got married. Like I could be sitting here like, oh man, I can't believe. But I'm like, no, fuck that. It's a whole fucking pandemic, and I scored a documentary, which is still to this day streaming on HBO Max. I scored that. I did that. Yes, the assistance of my ex, she helped me out a lot. I will never take that away from her. However, I did that. A global fucking pandemic, and I still scored a documentary, which was featured in multiple film festivals, and it is currently still streaming on HBO Max. It's called Growing Up Milwaukee. Um, I I pivoted my business. If you a startup, if you ever started a business, you know the decision to make when you have to make the decision to pivot, when you go in like, yes, this is gonna be good, my business idea is gonna be good. It was scary for me to pivot because I didn't know that was it was new for me. I didn't want to be a teacher. If you know me, I never wanted to be a teacher, but I knew deep down on the inside of me, I am good at being a teacher. I am good at teaching people. I am good. When I accepted the fact that I am a teacher, I pivoted my business, it took off. I've this has been one of the most successful years of my business, and not so much in finances, but building relationships that helps me get to the finances. I love the way I just put that. Thank you, Trish, for putting the 5 stages of grief because when I tell you, I literally saw myself in each one of those stages. And when I was in that anger stage, I was just like, who am I really angry at? Like, why am I angry? Who am I really angry at? And what am I angry for? And because I said, like when I tell you, whenever you go through any journey, you have to be honest and pay attention while you're going through the journey. Because I was being honest with my fucking self, and I was being honest beyond being honest, and I was just like, damn. Shit, you know how somebody be blunt with you and you be like, damn, well, you didn't have to say it like that. I was saying it to myself and I was like, but no, I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that. And when all of this shit kicked off, and then I was just like, fuck that, I'm not gonna date, I'm not gonna do anything but focus on me. And then it was like my passion was like, boop. And then all the business ideas that I had for my current business, I was able to implement them. Like, I've been coming to y'all like, man, I cannot believe this fucking happened. Like one day like Monday at 10 o'clock, I thought it Monday at 10:30. I was always already putting it into motion. Like that's how shit has been going. Like that positive light, love, and positivity shit. When I tell y'all, it literally changed the way your fucking life go. It literally does. It literally and figuratively it changes. Because if you constantly see I'm beautiful, if you constantly see I'm smart, I'm intelligent, this business will be successful. I will work hard. If you constantly put these different things, you will obtain those things. It's all about shifting your thought process. Shifting. Shifting. I'm gonna present to y'all this week something that I worked on that I saw other people do it, but I was like, you know what? How come I can't do it? And when I said how come I can't do it, I did it, and then it was just like, actually, I would tell y'all if y'all ever look on my Twitch or my YouTube and it says meditate. I actually wanted to make meditate music. I listen to meditation music when I be meditating. I listen to meditation music. And I was like, I should make my own meditation to music and meditate to my own meditation music. And so in the morning, I'm going to meditate. It's already out there. It's already released. So it's already been in the universe out there. I played it multiple times on my channel, but it's just something that I was just like, hey, I want to do. I always wanted to do it, and I did it. And now I have a whole, I have a whole 5 song instrumental meditation track that's in the universe. Well, one of the songs and the other songs to be up later this month. But I'm just saying, like, it's already there. I thought about it. I envisioned it every day. Like, every day I came here and it's like, I want to do a song. I want to sing. I want to, like, every Monday through Friday, I want to sing. I want to pull old music. I want to pull new music. I want to put it together. Y'all think it's stopping? It's not stopping. It's only going to get better because why? Because I have work to do. Excuse me. I have a Christmas album, I have a nursery rhyme album, and I have an EP that I'm working on. I'm not going to give you release dates until I actually like solidify everything, and then I'm gonna be like, well, I can tell you no that on December 17th, my Christmas album is gonna be released, and I can tell you that because that's already like completed. So, the nursery rhyme album was supposed to be done this month. I switched up some of the songs, so it'll be out before 2022, or maybe I should save it to the. I'm gonna save it to the beginning of 2022. I'm gonna start my 2022 with a nursery rhyme album and an EP and more documentaries, more movies, more web series. Trish, how did you know that? That's one of my things that I'm doing for November. Cause I told you October I worked on meditation. I did juicing, like live juicing, showing what I made in my juice, working out, mukbangs. I did all of the different things and I was just doing data for myself, like figuring out which ones worked and which ones didn't. I most definitely do it. I have meditation music. I do have meditation music out there. Trish, can you send me an email? Send me a message. We gonna talk because I got some stuff. I got coloring books. I got all kinds of stuff because I was thinking about what I told you I'm coming here and I'm sharing like what I wish somebody would have said to me. Like I told somebody was so angry. They called me so angry, and I was just like, take one moment and just breathe. I told you at the beginning of this, I'm not a medical professional, but I will tell you what works for me. I said, take a moment and breathe. Now they called me. They was up here. Rah, 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 rah. I said, hold on. If you're gonna talk to me, I need you to breathe, right? So they breathe. And I was like, just breathe one more time. I actually had them to breathe 3 times. So it's like, just breathe one more time. The second breath, the first breath, they was like, okay, now I need to breathe. And they breathed the third breath, they was calm. They came all the way down. And I was just like, so what happened? And then they told me in a calm voice, and as I could hear as they was telling me what was happening, they was thinking about what was happening. It was like, why was I so upset? You were only upset because you wanted to respond because you didn't think the person should said that to you. And that's the only reason why you said. So I be telling people all the time, just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. You're going to see that tomorrow for Monday motivation. Just breathe. If more people take the time to just breathe, like if you, not just like, but if you're in a relationship and you get out of a relationship, like if you were at a job and you were just like, oh fuck this job, I just want to do my own business, and then you'd be like, oh, I'm running out of money, let me go get another job. Why not focus all of your time, effort, and energy into building the thing that you want? Like if you're in a relationship, right? If you're in a relationship and you don't feel like your relationship is working, if you haven't communicated what you want, who you are, the things that you are expect, I'm going to say, from the relationship, then that's a good opportunity for you to like, hey, let's sit down, let's have a powwow, and let's put it all out on the table. This is what I want. This is what I don't want. This is what I like with this, what I don't like. This is how I anticipate the relationship going. You have to be honest. But people don't like to talk. A lot of these relationships come as a result of doing adult situationships, and then next thing you know, either the person is pregnant or you just enamored with them and their ability to sexually please you, but you don't even know anything outside of that. You don't know their name. You don't know their real name. You don't know nothing. You don't know anything. You just there. You're trapped. I want to encourage you to set boundaries. Emotional boundaries, mental boundaries, time and energy boundaries, material boundaries, and physical boundaries. Not just with the person you sleep with every night or the person you hang out with, your friends. I'm talking about family. I'm talking about work. If you know you go to work and your boss say some reckless shit to you all the time, yes, he may be your boss, but guess what? He, she, them, they could still get it. It's just you should still always stand up for yourself. Always. When that situationship ended, I stood up for myself. I was like, you know what? If you don't want to fight for me, I'm done fighting for you. I'm not gonna fight for somebody. I will never in my life fight for somebody who don't want to be fought for. If you're not putting in the work, if I'm fighting for you, if I'm over here, that's just like if you get into a fight with your friend's getting a fight, and then you come helping, and next thing you know, do you see them standing over there? Now you getting beat up because you trying to help them. It's a no for me. I'm gonna look out for myself first. Right now, I'm looking out for myself. That's all I got, y'all. Boundaries. Set them. Be willing to walk away if people do not, you know, if they don't fuck with it. Be like, hey, you used to let me do this before. Hey, I grew up. I changed. I'm living for myself right now. So if you can't respect my boundaries, you can't get my time. You can't get my energy. It's a no for me. It's a no. You got to be direct and you got to stand 10 toes down on what you say. Because if you don't, people will push you over. And the next thing you know, you be trying to start all over again. Just stand 10 toes down. Whatever you want, whatever you don't want, use your fucking words. I guess while I'm right there, I'm going to go ahead and end it. This is all I got for today. Nurturing conversations, boundaries. It is important for you to use your words. We don't tell people that. We don't be telling people to use their words. Somebody get angry at us in a situation, we don't tell them to use their words. We quickly to be defensive and tell them, what the fuck you angry for? It's a no for me. Use your words. If you're a parent, talk to your child. Don't leave that opportunity for somebody else to come in and talk to your child, because they will definitely talk to your child and they will not be the same. Talk to your child. Talk to your mother, your father. Tell them how you feel. Don't let them guilt you into thinking that. No, tell them how you feel. Be honest. Be honest with yourself and be honest with them. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. At the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you. I will never let a live video vlog, short or anytime you see my beautiful face and these gorgeous dimples and let you leave without me telling you to love yourself, know yourself, trust yourself, and for the love of humanity, just fucking be yourself. Now, in case you need a gentle reminder, we are currently surviving a global fucking pandemic. November 1st will make 2 months. We are 2 months away from surviving this shit for 2 fucking years. We are 2 months away from 2022. I want to encourage you to step on the other side of fear. Let go of the guilt and step on the other side of fear. The very thing you wanted your entire life is on the other side of that. If no one has told you in the first 10 months, in less than 24 hours, it'll be 11 months. But if no one has told you in the first 10 months of 2021, I will be the first to tell you. I love you. I believe in you. You have everything you need to be successful right up in here. You just got to activate it. Now, actually, I think that's how I am going to start every video for November. I love you. I believe in you. You have everything you need to be successful right up in here. You just got to activate it. And then I'm going to roll it into the video. That's what we're going to do. It's important to remember the 5 boundaries we all need to set: emotional boundaries, mental boundaries, time and energy boundaries, material boundaries, and physical boundaries. And boundaries are your guidelines to how you want people to treat you. But most important out of all of this, you have to love yourself. You have to know yourself. You have to have the ability to trust yourself and just fucking be yourself. So what your mama gonna disown you? She been disowning. You been feeling disowned the entire time you was here on this planet. Live. If you haven't lived all 2020 and 2021, fucking live. Live. If you're worried about people not liking you, guess what? People won't like you. People will like you. Some people will probably even hate you. Some people would even despise you. You still have to fucking live. Don't even, you'll never get a like on social media. You probably won't even get over 100 subscribers. I will hope that you will. But if you don't ever, ever let that determine how valuable you are, because you are valuable. If you're not valuable to anybody else, guess what? You are valuable to me. That's all I got. Um, if you haven't already, if you are on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go right up there to the community tab and vote for your favorite song. And if you are on Twitch, go and hit that purple follow button. Until next time, I love y'all. I truly appreciate all of the love and support. Um, Peace. It didn't work.